Thursdays come fast, girl.
They do.
Like
They
in
do.
a
And
good
I'm glad they
way.
do. Yes, yes,
Yes, in a good
absolutely. I'm
way.
so glad to see you.
You too. I've actually been watching your face for the last couple hours because I tuned into your Twitch stream, and you are so fucking fun.
Listen, did you get the context of what was happening and why I was doing the things that I was doing?
Absolutely not. And I think that's why I enjoyed it more.
Okay. Okay. That makes yeah. So I'm currently still overwhelmed. What you witnessed today is not my regular stream. First of all, if like I love streaming, please come and check it out. If any of y'all want, we do have a great time. Twitch.tv/Crispa Contreras. I'll type it. We have fun. So as soon as I started my stream, maybe 15 minutes into my stream or so, one of the members of my community whom I had not seen in a really long time, One Cool Dog, you're amazing. If you're watching, mwah, you're the best. Um, he tipped me $300.
Yes. Yeah. That is a
And
beautiful way to start this.
that was a wonderful way to start the stream. And so the thing is that was for me to reach a tip goal that I had. So that means that now Greg and I will be attending Comic-Con in October. It's very exciting.
Yes, that is so exciting. I'm so excited for you and Greg.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It is very exciting. We haven't been to Comic-Con in a hot second for all the reasons.
Right.
And so this is very exciting. And now we have to figure out what we're gonna be cosplaying as. We have a lot to do ahead of us, but we will be going and potentially streaming from Comic-Con if the internet permits it. So with him being so generous, that came a bunch of challenges that I had to accomplish because that was part of the whole, tipping goals and stuff. And I wasn't done. Like I owe them so many bean boozles, which are basically like these jelly bellies that taste disgusting or super spicy, and a bunch of shots. So I've pre-gamed.
So you were officially pre-gaming for Thirsty
I was
Thursday.
pre-gaming.
Gotcha.
The title of my stream was Thirsty Thursdays pre-game, and I meant it. Apparently, it was rum and ginger ale, says Greg. Yes, he is drinking. I will deserve. Thank you, Brian Waters. Appreciate you. So yeah, it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
I'm still overwhelmed and very excited and so happy to be able to be now here sharing it with you. I'm just so glad to be here.
Yeah,
It's been a great day.
It really honestly has been a really good day. Like it was like a crazy week, but and it still is like in the middle of a crazy week, but now that like I'm here with you, Bakey, like it is like it just like means everything. So I really needed Thirsty Thursday today. I'm actually drinking water. Actually, no, I'm drinking green tea lemonade because a bitch. So first of all, welcome everybody back to Thirsty Thursday. It is our monthly party live stream.
Happy Pride!
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is our Pride edition. We have a lot of special guests. I'm so excited. So we have. Well, we'll introduce our guests, but for those that are new to Thirsty Thursday, we live stream the second Thursday of every month, unless it's like a special occasion. And we sip on cocktails, water, whatever, and we celebrate life. Like it's kind of become more than a wrestling stream, honestly.
It is.
It really has become a time where we check in, with one of my favorite people in the universe, with our friends and our community. Shout out to everyone already in the comments. Brian H. Waters, of Wrestling Realm, Greg.
Welcome.
Greg. Yes. So what are y'all drinking? Drink for me because I'm traveling tomorrow. So throughout the night, we're gonna decide what we want to take a sip or a shot to. So let us know in the comments what you want us to celebrate. We usually have sound effects. We'll get there at some point.
We'll get there. I might keep on trying to.
Right. And shout out to Face B Hills High Podcast because those ladies they came up with this drinking game. It doesn't have a name.
It's the Undertaker game, I guess.
Right. And it's an excuse to get drunk with our wrestling friends. So it's cool. So I'm traveling tomorrow. And
where are you going?
Tomorrow morning, I'm going to Charlotte.
Okay.
Yeah. So
you excited?
I'm very excited. But I didn't do anything to prepare. So I'm like crunch time right now. So that's why I'm not drinking. So like I'm super focused. Gotcha. So I want to thank everyone for joining us. So we're like in work mode, right? I'm in work mode right now. Bakey, you was just on your stream working.
I'm drinking water. Like, yes.
Yes. So I think the first shot of the night should be to you and your $300 tip. Thank you. To everyone that's joining us. Eddie James, first time here. Love the energy. I appreciate it. So we're not streaming on Facebook right now for technical reasons. Gotcha. But thank you for joining us on YouTube and Twitch. So I want to bring on our guests because they have been patiently waiting all of this time. So Bakey, you're going to be at Comic-Con.
Yes.
We actually plan to be at Comic-Con as well. Yes! We want to throw our 4th anniversary event that weekend. So I'm kind of like manifesting it and throwing that in the air. So the fact that you and Greg are going to be there, I feel like is like God just like putting things in place.
I am so excited for you guys. I am so excited for this. The 4 of us at the con. It's just I'm excited.
It's gonna be great. So I went to my first Comic-Con last year, and what brought me to Comic-Con was the Black Wrestling panel that Tiger Driver did. So that was very, inspiring, but it really reminded me of like the Black wrestling community that we have here in New York.
Yes.
And I really should say like community of color because, Bakey, it has been a wonderful opportunity to be able to like meet so many amazing people through wrestling, especially shout out to Mike. So that's really my segue to like introduce one of my other favorite people in wrestling, Danielle from Pretty Heels.
Yeah.
Who is actually hosting Black Wrestle Fest next month. Hey girl.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Good evening, ladies. How are you?
Good. Great. To see your face. What are you drinking? You look like you at work.
I'm at work. So I'm at some point I'm probably gonna cut out. I have 6 jobs because I live in Manhattan. So sorry. This is it was either this time or 11 p.m. So I appreciate you guys for accommodating me and understanding.
Of course. Thank you so much for being here.
So for those that are not familiar with Pretty Heels, can you let people know what that group is and how we got to Black Wrestle Fest and what we can expect?
Okay, so Pretty Heels is we formed, it's 3 of us who are avid wrestling fans. Like we've been wrestling fans since childhood, and we all met at different wrestling events. And, we kind of were alone, or we were with our children or maybe one friend. And we were like, this is dope. And we just so happened to keep showing up at the same events. So we're like, no, we should do this. And like, we were encountering other people who were by themselves. And then they kind of would like, flock to us, and we would eventually become a group. So we said, this should be a thing, right? We shouldn't just happen to be in the same city. We should plan it. So it's gotten to the point where we organize meetups and gatherings before larger events. So for instance, in 2018, before All In, we did an event at the Schaumburg area of Illinois. Before the first Chris Jericho cruise, we did an event in Miami. We've literally done events all over the country. Like we've done meetups here in New York before what was big here. I know we did SummerSlam a few times in New York. We did NXT takeovers. We've done stuff in Chicago. We've done stuff in Phoenix, Houston. So it's more so kind of a social gathering, networking, event planning group. It's taken off. People see us all the time. They recognize the shirt. They recognize the logo. And I'm super grateful for that. But seeing us around, they understand that they can come over and say, hey, I saw you with da-da-da-da, and it's they're not alone. Like you'll be surprised the amount of people that you encounter who travel to these events all over the country by themselves. So when you see one of us, you're never alone. You can just come over, say hi. And then next thing you know, we'll all be at the bar. sharing drinks, or as you know, in Dallas, like, right, you were like, oh, I'm coming to WrestleMania. Where do you think I should stay? And I'm like, hey, it's going to be 40 of us in a hotel. Hey, book a room here. And I got my homeboy to book a room. Like, that's just how we are. We're literally an absolute intentional networking community. So that's Pretty Heels in a nutshell.
I love that, Danny. And I actually discovered Pretty Heels from you guys being at the Jericho cruise because I was very interested, but I didn't want to go alone. And I was just like, as a female, do I really want to go on this cruise with a bunch of like boozy wrestling fans? And then I was like, oh shit, Black girls were there?
Yeah.
I should have fucking met up with my tribe. And I was like, I always wanted to meet you, Danny. And I don't know why it took us so long to meet. But Jobber Slam last summer, another family reunion, and it was just like all love. Shout out to Ebony. Is she going to be able to join us?
If she's not backstage, I think she may pop in periodically. I invited her, so she has the information. So when she gets a chance, she may.
Oh, okay. Awesome. So I want to bring on, of course, Krista B. Hey, girl. So you good, girl?
Yeah, sorry about that. Summer Jam is running me up a fucking wall right now.
I can only imagine. So we're talking Black Wrestle Fest because we're excited.
Wait, hold on. I just want to say before we go on, because I wasn't able to be there, but I'm still so proud of you. Krista, you did that thing.
Oh, thank you.
You did that thing. Yes, you did. Wait, hold on. Let me try this shit again. Hold on. Can we hear this?
Oh, are you trying to do the? No, I didn't hear anything.
You didn't hear it. Never mind. Well, I tried.
I'm gonna drink anyway.
We're gonna drink anyway. Oh, that looks refreshing.
You know my wine.
That looks really good.
I'll hand sanitize since I'm at work.
I drink water.
It's got alcohol in it, though. It's got alcohol in it.
Yeah,
it's a good compromise.
Yeah.
But thank you so much. I cannot wait. So
tell us a little bit about it if you can. Like,
it was so much fun. It was so refreshing. It was just like everything I didn't expect. And the gems that were dropped, the energy in the room was just amazing. The food was bomb. Shout out to O'Neal. The food was amazing. And the gems that were dropped, the connections that were made, everything. I did do a raffle for the tickets to coincidentally I did record the video, but now it was already too close to Summer Jam. So Ty's sister won and her cousin won. I promise you I can put the video up if you guys don't believe me. I had to do redraws because the first winner was actually Brian, but he wasn't gonna be here. Brian Water, shout out to Brian. The second one was Jizzy, but she had to do something for work, so she wasn't gonna be. So I had to keep drawing out, and then it was Free and Tatiana, so that they won. So they'll be at Summer Jam on Sunday. But yeah, so my event, it just motivated me. I've been on my website a lot more now, although I kind of missed 2 days. But I'm doing stuff. I've been busy with work and whatever. And I'm planning a little mixer in October to get us prepared for next year's event. Just so people won't be sleeping on me. So it's gonna be dope. And P is definitely one of the panelists for next year.
Oh yay! Yes.
But once the video was out, everybody can watch it. It'll be on my YouTube page. And I'll probably put some little tidbits and stuff exclusively on my Patreon. Also, I do have interviews on my Patreon, Unapologetically Eclectic. On my Patreon is Black Music Month. So I'm spotlighting everybody in Black music who I know. I already have 2 interviews up. So please subscribe to my Patreon. It's only $3. And it's a really, really dope conversations up there.
Yeah, I love it. So your brunch, your Take Up Your Spaces brunch, 2nd annual was so cool. I loved it.
Thank you.
I can't wait for the next one. And now I'm just like the next thing is Black Wrestle Fest. So Danielle, I can't keep up with everything that's happening at Black Wrestle Fest. So can you give us an outline, and then we're going to introduce another one of our guests who is going to be a part of this wonderful weekend.
So Black Wrestle Fest it's going to be amazing. We have a host of things going on. So obviously they're going to be meet and greets. I don't try to talk too much about that because I think that's kind of like cliche when it comes to like wrestling conventions, right? That's a given. But we're going to have Wheel of Fortune, right? Wrestling Wheel of Fortune. We're going to have Wrestling Family Feud. We're going to have Wrestling Jeopardy. There'll also be a rap battle. We're going to have a video game tournament. There'll be several other like video games, but the video game I'm highlighting is WWE 2K22. Not too many people have it yet. So if you are still contemplating on buying it, you'll get to try it out at Black Wrestle Fest. We also, that's kind of for the first day. And then we have, and I'm sure that's the guest that you're probably going to introduce. After the convention, which ends at about 6, because the rap battle is going to be from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. A bunch of us are heading to Ridgefield Park, New Jersey, to Billy Dixon's Pro Wrestling Vibe show. I mean, I went to Paris's Bumpin' last August, and it was freaking fucking fabulous. So I made sure that we were going to be able to go there. And then my business partner is actually, for those who may not, want to travel to Jersey, she's hosting the after party, which is going to be at Essence Bar and Lounge off of Atlantic Avenue, still in Brooklyn. And then the Sunday morning, kind of like we're going to have a continental breakfast, we'll be screening Lady Wrestler. I may scream because I'm be finally able to come down off of the anxiety. We will be screening first time New York City debut, Lady Wrestler, which is a documentary done by. I'm sorry, I don't know. Sorry, I'm at work. It's a documentary done by Chris Borneau, and it talks about the first Black women world champions in the country from like the 50s and 60s. So I'm just super honored. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry, but I'm super honored to, screen that for the first time in the Northeast. And then shortly after that will be the Welcome to War, the Battle Club Wrestling show.
Ooh, I can't wait. And one thing, Chris Borneau, if for those of you who don't know, of course, I'm always going to rave about me getting a master's degree, period. But he was one of my sources in Columbia for my thesis. So he had told me about this documentary he had and focused on the Black female wrestlers of that time. So I'm really excited to watch it in full, because all I know is that he told me about it. I used him as a source. I think he wanted to send me a copy or a link. I'm like, no, don't send it to me until it's finished. So, but now, it's finished and we all get to watch it as a family. So I'm excited to watch it. And I'm also excited for this war that's going to go down.
Yes,
I was actually in Rev's Twitter space earlier, and Big Swole was in there, and it was a lot of wrestling. Girl, you should have popped up in there. I was on there for 2 hours. I love it. Wow. And I got out like 10 something because I had to get on the train to go to work. But it was really, really good conversation that was happening there. So shout out to Rev if he's watching, if he's listening, because his Twitter Spaces Coffee with Rev in the morning, it's really, really good.
I love that. But yeah, I don't know what I'm more excited for, Danny.
Us being a part of Podcast Row, duh.
Oh yes, definitely. We can't forget about you guys.
I did want to wait until but
I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm so excited. Like it's cool. It's like we spoke it into fruition. Those wrestling girls are going to be booked, busy, and blessed. Busy, booked, and blessed.
It really has been. Yes. And Bakey also today was blessed today. So I want to let on a very special person in wrestling, Billy Dixon, because I know he made time to be on the stream. Thank you for your time today. Hello.
Oh, look at Billy looking fancy.
Oh, snazzy.
Right?
I know, I guess so good. Don't look at my roots. It's a lot going on right now.
Listen, I know how you feel. I had to go get my eyebrows done before I came on the stream because they were like this.
Listen, it costs a lot to look this cheap. Let me tell you. I'm gonna be snatched next week and whatever. But
yes, Billy, yes.
How are you feeling? Thank you for joining us.
I'm doing very good. Enjoying some water on my little Undertaker game with y'all. I've drunk a lot of it.
Yes.
I'm good. I can't complain. I'm very blessed by the best. So that's what's
Amen.
up.
That's it.
I
That's
love
it.
that. We cannot wait for your show. Like this party bus, like here for it.
Whoa. Listen, when Miss Thing called me and was like, yo, we're doing a party bus, I was like, wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, this ain't Summer Jam. But I was like,
June 12th,
like,
y'all at
I
MetLife
was like,
Stadium. Tickets
whoa,
$97.
y'all really see it for us like that. I love that. I love that
Yeah.
for us.
So
Yes, we
let
have
me
to.
let me
And
just
I'm very
make
grateful.
some quick edits. So because like quite a few people are interested in going to the show, but they didn't they have their only means, their other means to get there. We may not be doing the party bus, but we're still going to be coming in a drove. So the party bus, it got a little, I mean, we didn't mind doing it, but we didn't want a bus. We didn't want a 50 passenger bus with 6 people. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people just wanted to purchase their ticket and they were like, oh, well, we don't know if we can get to you in time to get on the bus and da 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 da. So we may not.
Right.
Hopefully we will, but we may not, depending on like by next Tuesday, how many people are like, yeah, we're getting on the bus. We may not do the bus, but we will be there. If we got to take city bikes and
Listen,
go across the GWV, we will be
period. We
there.
gotta get on that little Lime scooter and whatever.
Right,
Yo, and one thing
right.
I learned about in Dallas is like we will take that field trip. You know, we will look out for each other and we will fucking show the fuck up. So I'm
That's
so
right.
excited for Pastors Burning. So Billy, what can people expect from this show? Tell us everything.
Okay, so y'all are going to Paris is Bumping, which to me, wrestling, like I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. Wrestling's so fucking boring right now. Like everything's the same. White skinny guys flipping and dipping and doing it, whatever. You're not getting none of that at Paris is Bumping. Imagine if you took like acid, you had the best Ciroc, like, and then you just got taken into this room and you got to sit down and experience it all. You got drag queens, you got wrestlers, you got vulgars, you got
Oh, my
MCs, you
favorite
got
thing.
trophies, you got tables, ladders, chairs, you got blood, you have guts, you have the best of everything that's masculine in wrestling, and then this whole new hyper feminine element. You put it in a room together and you see what happens. And I know the men out there are like, wait, so how is this interesting to me, right? When you see a drag queen throw a clothesline over the top rope, you're gonna be like, oh shit, wow, like this is
I've been
crazy.
saying
Right.
for years that watching wrestling and watching RuPaul's Drag Race
It's the
give
same
me the
thing.
same, give me the same
Same
vibe.
exact thing.
Like it's the same
100%.
shit to like it. What I feel, how I feel, and how I root for it is the same vibe.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah,
so ready for this. I'm so
it's
ready for
very,
this.
very, I think it's the most interesting wrestling show that's out there right now, personally speaking, because it's very new. It's not the same, you get your matches and you get your good guy and your bad guy, and that's good and everything. But like I feel like we need to start thinking outside the box. It's not just my show. I think all shows should really start incorporating new elements because why are we making our imagination so little? We can go wild. It's fake. Like we can go to places we've never been before and using
It's not
ballroom.
fake, Billy. It's not fake.
Yeah,
It's
we don't use
real.
the F word.
All right, it's still real to me, damn it. You're
Right.
right. But we can really take this thing to new places. And I'm excited about the places we can take this thing. I'm excited about new people experiencing this, not really knowing what to expect. And I want to hear, like what people thought about it. Cause like, I'm telling you, like the roster is ready to go. And I'm not just talking about the wrestlers. The Vulgars are ready. The drag queens are ready. The host and MC is ready because they go hard. Like they hit harder than the straight guys do. Like I'm telling you, like it's like.
Can someone teach me how to Vogue? Because I want to learn how to do the dip. I love it when they dip and they do the snap. I just need to know how to do the other stuff.
Listen. There's gonna be 3 different categories. So I'm sure one of them can take you by the hand, and it's like taking your first wrestling bump. It's just on the floor, on a hardwood floor.
Oh no, I
But
got it back.
but And then, it's an opportunity for everybody to be involved. There's fan categories. So if you show up in your best look, you can get a trophy. If you're a VIP ticket holder, then you only compete amongst the VIP ticket holders. You get a custom trophy that we bought and paid for you to take and keep in prosperity. Last year, a man that we called Macho Man Cunty Savage won the first ever fan trophy.
I love that
And
name.
he came
I
dressed
love
up
that name.
this glittery Randy Savage. It was insane, and there were so many good looks. It's that everybody can be involved. And this year, there's a drawing for the VIP fans to be a judge. So we have judges that are going to be announced at some point this week. We're waiting on approval from a certain wrestling promoter to give the okay to a certain elite person that I know very well to see if they can join the panel. But the wrestlers, listen, I'm not like kissing my own ass, but like when a wrestler says, I'm getting custom gear for your show, let me tell you,
That's it.
Like,
it's
that's
all
like
about
they
the glitz and glam. It's all
Get
about
out of here.
the standout. It's all about the support. It's all about all of that. Cheers to that. Absolutely.
Right.
It's a community, and listen, like there's only so many spots in the top companies, the top independents. This is where this weekend, because there's shows on Friday night, there's shows on Saturday night. This is where we all can come together, and it's about us doing our thing, not competing with each other for a spot. We're all in this together, and Paris is Bumping really just celebrates that there's so many different kinds of us. There's so many of us, and we really just do our thing. And there are really good wrestlers on the show. You got Trisha Dora, you got Devon Monroe, you got the Kings of the District, you got Candy Lee coming from New Zealand to do her thing. We've been doing Paris is Bumping for 3 years. This will be the 3rd year, and this is the first time she's actually going to wrestle. She's actually going to do her thing. And she's in the main event. It's the first ever all trans women main event in wrestling history. Mariah Moreno, Candy Lee, Dark Chic, and Edith Surreal, they're gonna kill it. Their entrances, the girls are not playing, the dolls are dolling. Like, we don't care about the rules everybody else makes. They
coming to understand, rewrite, and re-understand their assignments.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're running out of time and excuses not to give us the ball. Because look at what we do amongst ourselves, But I'm really excited for y'all to come and experience the magic that is the show. And I'm grateful for people who are coming. And I think the biggest thing is come with an open mind and get ready to be confused and then slowly be like, whoa, okay, this is kind of different. They going hard, And then, I got to shout out.
I was going to say, Billy, don't forget it's a vibe. So like Krista, how you said you want to learn how to, sometimes it's kind of like what people consider the Holy Ghost. Like when you get there, because fortunately I was at Paris is Bumping last year, and you just kind of got to feel it. So, you may have those who may, like he said, may want to be like, well, what? I want to know a little more. But then those who are with it, like you'll just fall into place. It is such a vibe.
Yeah, it's very welcoming to everybody, and it's very different. And just quick shout out to my mother, Faye Jackson, and we're continuing her legacy with a Gray Sweatpants Scramble. So, also ladies or men, who cares? Like if you're trying to see something, you can see a little something that's for you. A little sex appeal, and there's something for everybody. There's hot women there. Like, listen. Anything you could want, violence, glamour, sex appeal, charisma, it's all there. So June 18th, Ridgeville Park, KOC, 106 Bergen Avenue. Showtime is 7 p.m. sharp, and be ready to be there for a minute because bowls go all night long. If you need to study, Paris is Bumping is on IWTV. That is an app service where we hosted our first 2 shows. And also, if you are broke, that's cool. It happens. To get a crash course, you can watch Paris is Burning. That is available on YouTube for free. So that's what we're inspired by. So that's what we're doing.
Oh, I love that. And
but Billy, the first show is Friday. Talk about the Friday show.
So Friday is Cassandra Cup, which is a more straightforward wrestling show. It is us just doing our thing, wrestling matches, back to back wrestling matches, including for the Cassandra Cup, which is in honor of the Exotico from Mexico. It is the Cassandra Cup trophy, which is going to be competed in a 30-person Royal Rumble match. featuring the best and brightest of the LGBT community. And there's tag team matches. There is Ida Surreal versus Trisha Dora, first time ever, really big deal. There is an elimination doors match where you have to throw your opponent through doors to win. And I am competing in my final match with my nemesis that I started my feud with at Paris is Bumping #1 during COVID, Darius Carter, in an I Quit match, which if you've watched any of our matches, they are very violent and very physical and very brutal. So
can I interject?
That is,
So we were in P. You're gonna have to back me up on this.
Yes.
We were in Texas for your death match. And when I say
intense,
very intense, I was
yes,
just like,
I am sick in the head.
I was just
I was
like,
dodging
wait a
like
minute.
shards of glass.
Like people in the front were running to like the back where we were standing at, so they didn't want to get hit. And I was like, wait a minute. This is that I Quit match between The Rock and Mankind is nothing compared, because that I Quit match when I was younger gave me nightmares. I promise you. I still cannot watch that match. Well, I could probably watch it now because I witnessed the death match in person.
That is an experience. As a wrestling fan, everyone should.
I have to give tip my hat to you and your opponent and whoever else participates in death matches, because those by far, without a doubt, the most hardest matches to ever probably compete in. And y'all go through it and y'all put your bodies and stuff through it. So I definitely have to commend you.
Thank you.
And doing that and doing it, of course.
We did it for the culture.
Cheers.
That was cheers to that. Cheers to that. Billy, you can not talk about it if you don't want, but why are you retiring from in-ring competition?
What's the best way to put it? Sometimes you chase your dream and maybe you realize that your dream could low-key be a nightmare. And there's a lot that goes on in wrestling that is very difficult on the mind, the body, the soul, the pocketbook, the wallet. And there comes a point where you can chase a dream and you can want something, but you turn that corner to neglecting yourself. And basically, I've been neglecting myself my whole career, and my personal life has really suffered. My mental health has been really bad. So I'm taking the opportunity to transition myself out and do something new, which is just focus on me. Retirement may be a strong word. There's a chance I could come back. There's a chance I don't. I'm not placing nothing because I need to put me first. I can't think about nothing else.
Absolutely.
A lot of young people get into wrestling with no game plan, no foundation, no skills, no education, and they really suffer the consequences of it. And I want my career to be a lesson of like, don't do that. You can do so much better.
Well, I'm very proud of you for you realizing that early in your career. I mean, I know you've been doing this for a really, really long time. So, but for you to realize that and not have something even more detrimental happen to you, to where it's just like, I waited too long to get out. Now, if I ever wanted to go back, I can't. So I commend you on taking care of yourself and your mental health, because people love it so much. They don't listen to their bodies. They don't listen to their minds, and they'll just go through it. And then they'll end up in places that they should not be in. Yep. So I definitely commend you. We're definitely going to cheers to that one.
Cheers to that. Cheers to that one. I love that, Billy. And I love that, I think you made a good point of like young people get into wrestling without a game plan. And like, my godbrother is a wrestler. So I think about these things all the time. So the fact that, we could look to you, someone who's like prioritizing their mental health, I think is priceless. And what you have given to the community, I think we definitely need to toast to that as well.
Thank you.
And we cannot wait to celebrate you at that show, the way you described it also. Like, I can't miss the shit. Like,
I'm gonna stretch from now. I'm gonna stretch from now because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hit that fall. And when I hit that fall, I want the snaps to go with it. I'm gonna hit
that. Just for you.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna do it.
I love it. Thank you for your time, Danny. You can dip out anytime you want, and I cannot wait to see you next weekend.
Thank you so much
for your
Danny.
Time. So Danny also doesn't do podcast appearances, so I really want to also just cheers to you.
Absolutely. Cheers, Danny.
gracing us with your presence and your busy ass schedule. And cheers to your team. And Billy, I'm sure your team that's been working fucking hard this month putting on these events.
I am
Cheers
the
to
team.
that. Kudos to that.
Right.
Kudos to that. Thank you. It does not go
Then
unrecognized.
yes, you have. The team has.
It does not is not unrecognized. We love you guys. I wanna introduce some other people into the stream that are also gonna be at Black Wrestle Fest. And that is the beautiful Siendo.
Thank you. I have to dip, but thank you guys so much for doing what y'all do. I respect it. Y'all sisterhood is mad lit, and y'all have a beautiful rest of your day. I will see you next week. Be sure to take a picture and get a drink with me, okay?
Oh, that sounds great. Love it.
Much love. Be safe. God bless.
Bye.
Thank you
God
too.
bless.
Bye.
Oh, I love it. Hey, boo.
Hello.
Hello.
Forgive me if my voice is like a little in and out. It's as you guys know, it's NBA final season, so I kind of got into a scream match with somebody about it. So
Are you Team Celtics because of the green? Or
yeah. And
They
people
won
want to
yesterday,
talk at the mouth, but
they
we're not
won.
going to talk about that yet. But we sporting green. We green over here.
I love it. Are you drinking anything? Are you sipping on anything?
I can't pronounce it, but I felt like drinking some sparkling wine. It's French.
Ooh.
Yes.
I will be posting I posted on my stories, and a lot of people are like, "Get the champagne." And I'm like, "It's not really champagne; it's pink wine." So I bought this little fancy glass over here.
Yes.
Well, I love that.
I love that.
Champagne glasses.
So Brian is in the comments talking about Tatum is the future Laker.
I don't watch sports, so I am.
Listen, I want to like Brian, so let's not again go there.
I mean, he's trolling in the comments, like he's saying Tatum is a future Laker. Brian, don't start trolling. Don't start.
I like how Baby is just like
talking like that.
Let Brian talk his shit because he gonna be in town next weekend. So you know how we give it up in New York.
Here's to that.
Beat ass.
Here's to that.
Beat ass. That's it.
On site. Shout out to Wrestling Realm. They're gonna be at Podcast Row too. So wait, Siendo, you have some exciting things happening. That we've been kind of talking about for next weekend. And I would love for you to share because it kind of piggybacks on what Billy Dixon was talking about. Shout out to you, Billy. Thank you for joining us and bringing awareness to mental health because I'm going to let you take that.
Okay.
Siendo.
So just to clarify, if you guys didn't also know that June is also men's mental health month. And I feel like, yes, June is everything. June is Juneteenth, Father's Day,
Pride,
Black Music Month,
the kickoff of East Coast Festival season with Gov Ball starting tomorrow, Summer Jams
on Sunday.
You know.
It's a lot happening.
And I just want to take the time to I did my research and I realized why I feel like it comes all together in a sense why June will be that month because it's Father's Day. It's also Pride Month. And I feel like we always focus on women and our mental health. And of course, we know in our country, we have a lot going on. But what about the guys? Like, now I realize that the suicide attempt for men has jumped. And this was before pandemic. We're talking 2019 numbers. We're talking almost from a 48% jump to a 69% jump, right? Jeez. And we just have, it's bad. And me thinking, of course, I always want to cater to the Black and brown community. So what I've been doing and I've been experimenting is I've literally gone around to all the men. And I've included my father, I've included my brothers, and I've asked them, like, what is your mental health on a scale of 1 to 10? And it shook me that there wasn't even a 10. There wasn't even an 8. So it prompts the question, like, are we asking each other, are we okay? So what I've done, I talk a lot of shit on Twitter. Everybody knows me. I'm snarky. I'm the snark queen when it comes to wrestling. But what I want to start doing is I want to kind of leave the open space because it's like men are literally set, just like women are set to be at this platform of, the woman is a provide, like she takes care of the kids. She helps the husband. She makes sure the stove is cooked and the house is clean. But like, what are we asking our men? Because men, some of them are providers. Some of them try their best. Some of them do everything they can and they still don't get that credit because, men are supposed to be strong. so they shouldn't have emotions. Or we're not supposed to ask our men like, "Are we okay?" Or we're not supposed to tell them, you know, like, "We appreciate you." But like, it was funny because I actually had a discussion with a coworker today, and she was complaining about her husband, like, "Oh, he was doing this, and he wants to come in and make noise after the game, blah blah." I'm like, "Yeah, but you do realize, like, Boston's in the finals. Like, have you ever sat down and watched basketball with him?" And she was like, "Well, no, I know watching because Sierra told me she was gonna watch." She was like, "Well, no, I've only watched one game," and I said, "Why don't you sit down and watch the game with him? Like, sit down, watch the game with him,
Watch
be
games
like,
with you.
like." You will watch his face light up. Like, I remember I would date a specific guy, and of course, like, who the hell cares about hockey? I give two shits about hockey. Like,
I love hockey.
But
Greg loves hockey.
I went to one game, and he was
making
just
me
like,
watch hockey and NBA. I am
right. Like,
I watch
watch
too
the
many
sport.
sports.
Like,
They're good playing it.
like, do what they like to do, but at the main set of it all is ask them how they're doing, because it's like, again, we're so focused on, like, and I hate to say it and I hate to put us in a box, but like, women should know their emotions, or women, we should always care about their emotions. But like, you have to realize also, think of, besides the pandemic, what was going on in our country. We're watching our men be murdered. Well, let's be real. We're watching our men not get the justice they deserve, not get the respect they deserve. Somewhere in the mind, something's not okay. But if we don't have the people asking how we're doing, we're just going about life, like, are we really helping each other out as a community? So the well minority is basically there for the Black and brown community, because Patricia knows I had probably 5 years ago one of the worst years I could ever have. Like, so much was going on in that year that, like, I'm surprised I'm even here. Like, so much was going on, and questioned so much, I dealt with so much, and when it was coming to seek help, what I realized that in my experience, nobody could relate to me. Nobody could relate to me as a child to immigrant parents. Nobody can relate to me as a Black woman. Nobody can relate to me as a woman. So it's like, what if I got on a space and we use Instagram for hair, we use it for makeup, we use it for shopping, we use it to idolize our dream vacation because we see somebody's in Thailand, now we want to go to Thailand. What if we had a space where we can get all the mental health advocates and specialists together and just talk? Or they can go and be like, "Oh, I saw on Instagram that this doctor was speaking with Seandle. Why don't I just reach out to that doctor?" So what I've been going through right now is just literally just shooting my shot, like hitting up various pages. I met with a new podcast called Black Men Cry Too, by a beautiful young lady who started after Kobe Bryant passed away. And her podcast, is the most interesting, in-depth podcast I've ever heard from the male perspective. There's also, I always advocated, and shout out to Juice, aka Dwight. He runs the Get Home and Hug 'em, Get Home Safe and Hug 'em initiative, which he started after his own personal experience with losing somebody close to him. So it's getting all these groups together and making sure somebody can go, well, I don't know who to go to, who do I talk to? Because let's be real, not to knock BetterHelp ain't for everybody.
Right.
Not everybody wants to talk to their parent, not everybody wants to talk to their girlfriend or their friend. So where is the space for everybody to have that open discussion?
But you know what's crazy? I commend you on doing that and open up that space, because growing up, we were cultured to, it was like the culture, the community environment. Men are really not supposed to cry.
Exactly.
Men are not really supposed to show emotion. They're supposed to go out, make the money. The wife is supposed to be, home, cooking, cleaning, doing whatever. And even in that dynamic, they never really checked. I never really heard a conversation where the husband checked on the wife or the wife checked on the husband.
Right. And then
that dynamic, it was never there. It was just like always assumed that everybody was okay. It was always assumed because we could sit at a dinner table and laugh or have a conversation about work or whoever, that our emotions were intact because we weren't physically crying, or we weren't physically not getting out of bed, or we weren't physically throwing shit against the walls and stuff.
We're meant to show, you always wait for it. And it's funny because there was a podcast I was listening to where, how do arguments in a relationship really start? And you always want to think of it like as a wrestling beef, right? Like, you think everything's cool. Like, let's take RK Bro. And I know that, shout out to Randy Orton, he's gone, but he's missed. but not going yet. Say like, for example, how tag teams are fractioned and how they break up, right? They're good in the beginning. They're great. They're working together until one person does that one thing that one partner does. And then all of a sudden you're hitting each other accidentally in the ring. You're knocking the person off the turnbuckle. And then boom, you have a feud in there in a match together. Realize that that's what most marriages come to. Realize that was most relationships.
I can speak on that. In the beginning of my relationship, me and Chris would be, if you saw us, we would be happy, whatever. Like we would do, if I did something to get him upset, if he did something to get me upset, we never communicated and talked about it. We let it sit and fester and fester and fester. And once it got to the point where we couldn't, like, we blew our lids, like we would argue, we would fuss, we would fight, we would do things, and it would just be like some hurtful things said out of the both of us. It got to a point to where we together had to be on some, hey, if something is bothering you or something is bothering me, we're going to come and address it right now so that we can let it go. Like I got a tattoo recently, and he was like, I don't understand why you're getting a tattoo. Another issue came up after it. Instead of him holding it, he's like, hey, it's not really bothering me, but I just got to let this out. I didn't like how you went about this, that way, and third or whatever. Let's figure it out so it won't happen again. And we solved it. We don't. Communication is we never heard of that. Like how you grew up, like, oh, I grew up in a house and I've never heard my mom yell at my dad, or never heard my dad yell at my mom.
And that's another thing that I've deep dived into is generational conditioning.
Yes.
It's so powerful.
It's so wait, I want to keep it light because I really want you to talk about what you are going to do during Black Wrestle Fest to represent for these men during Men's Mental Health Month. Let's get everyone excited for that.
I really want a couple of, I honestly hope it reaches traction. I hope that a couple of wrestlers come to the forefront and say their true feelings about mentally what it is to be a wrestler in this profession. Because it can't, in my fair opinion, I've seen a lot. I've seen it from both sides of the fence. It can't be easy. Like, it's taxing. Like, you just have Billy Dixon on, and he's retiring from in-ring competition. Why? I feel like people deserve to know why. Not only because, of course, we know of kayfabe, and we know that the character should always be in the wrestler, but what is it like? What does it take to be in this industry? And I'm hoping that we get a couple of brave men to step to the forefront and just talk about it. Like, you've nothing to hide in front of us. I feel like a lot more people in it take it from the advice of, it's funny because AEW is kind of going that same route, and they were just recently recognized for it because of everything that happened with Jon Moxley. Like, for him to be like, I can't take this now, to step away. Like, that takes anything. I've heard more people become a fan of him after that than they were before. And it's just like, you hear all these guys, like, again, they don't get to open up their emotions. But I'm like, listen, it's not even to be nosy. I just want to hear it. I care about how they feel. Like, if these people are people I'm going to watch every day, listen, how are you? How is this profession treating you? And what gets you through this? And I'm hoping a couple men step up and just say that.
Yeah. So definitely stop by our booth at Podcast Row. And we would love for men, wrestlers, anyone that's in the wrestling community to really speak
and women
on their mental health. Yeah. I think that'll be an amazing experience.
Everybody.
Yes. Everyone. So, right. I'm so excited for the Well Minority. I think it's so important for the space, Ciandol. So I appreciate everything that you're doing.
And I do plan on starting, I gotta get my shit together because I did just start a job.
So, congratulations.
Congratulations, girl.
Congrats, girl. Let's just cheers to that.
Yes, let's cheers to men's mental health just as much as we do women's. Let's cheers to that, and your awareness, like that you're bringing is amazing. Boo, I love you.
Love you too, babe. And so I am thinking of talking about this on a podcast of my own.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Put an emoji in the comments if Ciandol should start a podcast about mental health.
Yes. But for now, do follow me on Insta. It is The Well Minority. That's literally all that, The Well Minority. Do follow me. I do have a couple of recommendations posting, books, advice, again, groups to follow that you don't know about. daily check-ins. I do post people's check-ins and give a strong word of encouragement. So don't be afraid. It's an open space. Nobody's gonna judge you.
I love
We
this.
family at the
Let's
end of the
toast
day.
to that. Hey,
Love this.
Rakasha family. Shout out to Smacking and Roll. I was on there last Friday. Oh my god, it was so fun. I
I feel like you were
love
having a
them.
blast.
Oh God, I love them. Shout out to Katie. Shout out to Matt Ritter. Get Your Podcast, Young Kings Wrestling. Like, we have so much family in our community. It's like amazing. So shout out to all of them.
Shout out to One Cool Dog. I saw that he was in the comments. If you're still here, buddy.
Yeah.
Yes. Hi. Shout out to you.
Yeah, shout out to you, One Cool Dog. And he also shared, his story of what he, went through as far as his mental health. So I appreciate you sharing that. Hi, Patrick. Hi, Josh.
Hey, y'all.
All right. So those that are joining us, we have a lot of new people in the stream. This is Thirsty Thursday with those wrestling girls and Face Be Hills High Pod and Ciendo and special guests. So we have one more guest. And June is Mental Health Month. It's the celebration of Juneteenth, and it's also Pride.
Yes.
So we should definitely toast to that, being allies and members of the LGBTQ plus community. I can't wait for Paris' bumping.
Wait, speaking of Pride, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about y'all. I know you are, P. I don't know about you two, Ciendo and Bakey. So I'm a Harry Potter fan. Okay. I watched Secrets of Dumbledore.
I didn't. Oh my god, I can't. I'm sorry, I didn't watch it yet.
You didn't watch it? All right.
Not yet. Can we do this?
I'm not gonna watch it. So you like, I'm probably but like you guys can. Like,
you have to watch it. It literally. Okay,
explains everything.
You have to watch the Fantastic Beast series because a lot of the things that were mentioned in Half-Blood Prince, Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2 are brought up in Fantastic Beasts, Where to Find Them, Fantastic Beasts, Crowns of Grindelwald, and now Fantastic Beasts, Secrets of Dumbledore. And this is not even new. If you read the books or if you was a part of this Harry Potter culture way back when, I just didn't know. I didn't read the books. I read the books once, and I did. That was like in middle school. It was like in Catholic school. We did a play, and however they correlated between the Bible and the books. I don't understand how it works. I promise you, all I know is I was Dumbledore because who better than me, right? Anyway, but I was watching it and it threw me off when Dumbledore was talking about. I hear him. He was sitting down talking to a man, and he was like, "I was in love with you." I'm like, "Hold on, wait a minute, what?"
Listen, if you didn't read the books, you're not too far off.
So that's the point. So I had to rewind it. I'm like, one, who was this guy that he's talking to? Because Johnny Depp is no longer Grindelwald. Took him out because of this whole Amber Heard thing.
Right.
So I'm like, who was he talking to? So I rewinded it to the beginning because that's like the very beginning part of the movie. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, hold on, Dumbledore is
Spoiler
gay?
alert, but I hope that y'all know by then.
But I mean, if you read the book,
to chat, but
right.
I was like, wait, so I did the research. I don't think it was in one of the books or any of the books, but I do think that when I read the story in the 2007 Reuters article, J.K. Rowling was doing the signing for Half-Blood Prince, and she was just like, she tried to write Dumbledore in as and not expose his sexuality, but like have him out and open, and she couldn't see it. Like she couldn't figure out how to write it in, but she was like, "Yeah, but Dumbledore is gay," and I'm like, "Oh, okay."
I have
just
so many.
There's definitely hints.
I have a lot of thoughts.
There's hints in there. So
there's definitely hints in there. Yeah, I read
definitely.
Yeah,
I will binge watch 1 through 7.
No, the movies are not going to give you anything. You gotta read the book.
This latest movie.
This is why I have to read binge. No, they will, because I'm talking about like all of them, 1 through 7, and then the 3 of the Fantastic Beasts. Like they will definitely all make sense. Like, so I have to watch Fantastic Beasts series.
I have feelings about Harry Potter.
I couldn't get into Fantastic Beasts. I'm a huge fan. I read the books 3 times straight through. Me and Letty's rereading them now, and there's definitely like hints about Dumbledore's sexuality in there. Like it's very like you know, like.
Wait, Becky says she has feelings about Harry Potter. What are they?
Do we have to?
A lot of people did.
No,
you have to
listen.
understand. Wait,
Listen, especially because it's Pride Month.
Exactly, but listen,
like
tread lightly.
Are you talking about J.K. Rowling?
Yes.
And that was another.
This is where I'm at. This is where I'm at. Hold on.
Situation, but go ahead.
So, like, yes, if you try to read into it, I feel like there can be a way of reading Dumbledore as queer. And don't get me wrong, my queer ass wants everybody to be queer. If it were up to me, I feel like everybody would just be happy.
Is queer.
But yes. So if you tell me Dumbledore is gay, I am the happiest person in this beautiful planet. But then again, it just felt kind of like thrown together by her. Like it wasn't really considered. Like the way the character is written could potentially be like there could be some reading between the lines, but there is nothing that establishes, yes, this character, which is fine. It doesn't have to be. But my point is that I feel like she kind of just threw us a bone with have a gay Dumbledore.
And if you read the article, from 2007, Lord, from 2007, she literally was just like, I couldn't figure out what to do with Dumbledore's character.
Yeah.
So I was just like, but in my mind, yeah, Dumbledore's gay, and I'm like, okay, but
like I love that.
But what also got me kind of confused, and if you hear that they're doing firecrackers out here or whatever it is, I'm sorry. But what also kind of got me confused is that J.K. Rowling, I don't think she's a homophobe, but I think she's a transphobe. She's transphobic.
She's transphobic. She's a TERF. She's a TERF. We can call her what she is. She's a TERF.
And
she is.
For you to have this movie come out, and for you to have your main character, one of the most beloved characters out of the entire series, be gay, and it's just like, so you think you're gonna get these brownie points back?
No, she can't.
And that's what that's what I can't stand. It's like, why? Like, why?
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at too.
It's like
I've read Harry Potter so many times in English and in Spanish. Yes. I have the Hufflepuff set of books. Like I am that hardcore Harry Potter fan. Like I would go more in depth if I could. I have 23 different Harry Potter books, versions, languages, extra books.
I have a Harry Potter tattoo.
Listen, I have a wand.
Was going to.
I have a wand that came from Florida. Look, up here. Look at that.
Look at that. It's a beautiful tattoo. Hufflepuff for the win.
I'm Team Gryffindor. Okay.
Yes, it's
I'm Team Gryffindor. Yes. But wait, we have before we finish this, I want P to introduce this next guest because I want to know if this next guest is on this Harry Potter train too.
I would love to know.
We need her
opinion. Okay, I've been wanting to have Candy on the show for a while, so I'm just gonna bring her onto the stream. Hey, girl.
Hello.
What a good way to bring me in.
You know what? I have that same roller in my bathroom.
Difficulties too, honey. It's okay.
I have that same roller in my bathroom. I use every day.
Is it?
It's pink.
Yes, it's the rose quartz
one.
I have the jade rose quartz and clear quartz because my face needs it.
But Candy, I'm pretty sure you was hearing our conversations. We just need to. Are you a Harry Potter fan?
I like Harry Potter, but not as much anymore because
the whole
I don't like TERFs.
Right.
Nobody
don't like TERFs. Okay.
So like that's where I'm at, and I'm sorry that I'm interrupted. Like when all of that came out, I was like, I can't keep supporting this. I cannot keep giving this woman my money, and I can still like Harry Potter and the story, which is what a lot of people keep telling me. But the story is separate to the. I'm like, I can't. I cannot keep giving her my money. I watched the first two Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find the movies, but at this point I'm at a place where I cannot in good conscience give her more of my earnings, even if it means that I do not get to finish the story, because to me, I'm a Harry Potter fan. She's now trying to create an entire world and capitalize off of that world, and she doesn't get my money.
Right.
Well, I didn't go see it in the movie theaters. That's one thing I didn't do.
That's a good point.
It's on HBO Max.
It's on HBO Max.
I feel like we've outgrown the need for J.K. Rowling. We don't need to, you know what I mean? It's like, it is what it is. It is what it is in culture. It's the impact. So Candy, welcome.
Hello.
Welcome, Candy.
Welcome. So for those that are not familiar with you, please introduce yourself. You're a fantastic indie. Also, you're a finisher, but we'll get to that. Are you drinking anything?
I'm just drinking water because of jet lag, and I'm just tired.
Water's fine.
Yeah.
I gotta hydrate, but
Girl,
wine is my water.
I got green tea lemonade.
I hydrate with champagne, so yeah.
Oh wait, do I introduce myself? Sorry.
Yeah, we introduced you. We just want to know what you were drinking.
Hello, I'm Candy Lee. I'm a pro wrestling diva. I don't like to call myself a wrestler because I have to put it on for the divas. And I'm Samoan, but I'm from New Zealand, and I live in New Zealand. And yeah, that's pretty much it. A little bit about me.
Wait, are you in New Zealand right now?
Oh, not right now.
Oh, I'm about to say, what time is it? But you're Samoan?
Yeah, I'm Samoan.
So me and Bakey, as you can see on my wall, Bakey and I, we literally are added to like Samoan culture. That's us all the way. Rock, Roman Reigns, while Samoans, like the whole dynasty. That's us. We can talk hours and hours about it. Plus her
culture,
dogs.
I'm like, oh yeah. Well,
her dogs are named Tamina and Naya. Like,
yes, they are.
We love the Samoan culture.
I love the Samoan wrestlers. I love the Pacific Islander culture, and the Samoan culture is just such a beautiful culture in on itself. It's so reminiscent to me, to my Latin American culture, and how family always comes together, and the way that all of us cousins grow up. I don't know, for what I understand and for what I have been trying to learn beyond my love for Samoan wrestlers. I just really appreciate the parallels that I see between Samoan culture and Latin American culture, and I just love you guys. You're such happy people.
Yeah,
and I love it.
No, yeah, like being Samoan, I'm really family orientated, and that's what I love about my culture so much. It's like I feel like I'm so close to my cousins and my siblings, and it's so normal for like as Samoans and Pacific Islanders for us to like be with our parents until like they go. Because I love my mom and I love my dad, and yeah.
So I'm curious, how did you living in New Zealand, how did you get into wrestling? How did you become a diva in this business?
I watched wrestling with my cousins and my brothers and my dad when I was little, and I only saw the guys and I was like, oh, this looks kind of fun. And then I was watching the women when they had a bikini contest at the Royal Rumble, and I was like, oh, I want to do that. That looks so much fun. Like, and then
you were looking at it and you were like, oh, I can get in there. I got this.
Yeah, but then I saw Mae Young, and I was like, oh, they don't care about age, so.
I love that you looked at this era and like appreciated the things that people like kind of condemn it for, and like you watched it and appreciated it. And like on our channel, if you follow those wrestling girls, we show love to the Divas era, because no one, not everyone can be a fucking Sasha Banks, but like there's so much more that they brought, and now you have someone like Candy that has the wrestling ability and she's a proud diva, like, you know what I mean? So like it had its impact. So I appreciate that, Candy. I do.
Yeah, I never understood the hate for the Divas era.
I feel like, and then it's weird because I feel like everybody was like, oh, the Divas suck, but it's like you low-key needed the Divas. Like you needed the Divas era. Like you needed it. Like it needed to spark a flame for it to become the fire that it is today. Right. Because it's like, no matter what you think, like, I don't care. Like, I was like, listen, I like the Divas. Like, I like the Bella Twins. And I also, sorry, my camera's like weird.
Oh, okay. I'm like, ma'am.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, oh shit,
I wasn't paying attention to my little timer up there. Sorry. And it's like, I appreciate the Bella Twins, and y'all all know how I feel about Natty and her cats, but I will say that she's the longest. Y'all know how I feel about her, but listen, sis is holding the belt for the longest reign. Like, there's no more Trinity, and Trinity was also in the beginning of that Divas era, and There's no more Naomi, I should say. And she's like holding the fort even to teach the next generation down at NXT, and it's admirable. So hey, say what you want about the divas. Say you went to the bathroom, but low key you were like in your bedroom.
Created a platform.
You were in your bedroom.
We
you know.
Yeah.
You were fantasizing about them girls.
Also, I feel like Erie women's wrestler low key wants to be a diva. Like,
right.
I feel like
real.
People who says they're not is a liar. Like, I feel like you look at them and just, I want to be like that. But
I didn't want to be a diva. I wanted to be China.
Period. I
didn't want to be.
I wanted to be Lita. Like
no
I want to come out there,
to all
out.
of those who wanted to be divas, because the divas literally transcended and took women's wrestling to another level.
Yes.
But I literally wanted to be China. I wanted to bench press bitches up top of my head. I wanted to slam them. I wanted to all of that. I wanted to carry a bazooka and shoot it in the air. Like all of that. Like I wanted to be China. I didn't want to be a diva. Because for me, diva had like a nasty connotation.
But how dope is it?
Not even in wrestling, but even in music and stuff too.
Though.
No, it's just like, all right. I'm not saying that it was me. Like, I'm like, I'm not a diva. Like, I'm not bougie. I'm not like, that's how I looked at it as, because even in music growing up, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, considered divas, arguments, and this, that, and the third.
Right. The connotation of the word diva was negative.
Way, though, because I feel like in like 2008, like around when the Divas title was out, Beyonce came out with her song, and I think a more positive connotation came with the diva word.
But
and
diva
WWE
was out
capitalized
before
on that. But what I'm saying is that era, like when Beyonce came out with that song, I feel like diva now took a more positive connotation to it, because then you had the diva shows on like VH1. So now it's like, okay, you know what? I want to be a diva, and I think China low key, I think there's like a strength to like being beautiful and strong, which I think, isn't that what a diva kind of is?
I think that's where they were going, but at the same time,
but that's not how it's translated. Although Beyonce's diva came on, it was like, I'm a boss bitch and this, that, and third. But when you mention them R&B diva shows, if you look at them R&B diva shows, it was all these women who had these nasty ass attitudes.
It was Mariah Carey.
I thought about it like that. I thought about it as like these like boss women coming together. I'm thinking of like the duets of like Beyonce and Mariah Carey and Aretha Franklin and like that empowerment side of it. So that's why I'm like, you know, some people interpret it how you're interpreting it, but I like took that as like empowering, because it's hard to look that good like China did and be strong and be all of these things, you know. So I'm like, that's why I was like, I never understood why there was such hate. Thank you, Letty. Shout out to Letty, guys.
If I can interject, can I just say that, like, while we're talking about the comment of men, like diva only became a negative connotation when it came from men, because I remember when they tried to pinpoint J-Lo as a diva, and it was like over the stupidest things. Like, why are we? First of all, I'm a J-Lo stan to this day. Like,
they
waiting for tonight is my shit.
She insured her legs or her butt.
Exactly. Like, she was being a diva because of that. Like, come on. Like, she's J-Lo. Like, why not? And then it's like Mariah Carey. And then they try to, I think at the time when they were coming up with WWE divas is like at the same time as the Attitude Era. Like, they try to make Stable a diva. And look at what Stable was. Stable was that bitch. Like, she was a bitch and that bitch. Like, she was going to slap you and make it look good. So I feel like people saw that and were like, oh, divas is this. Like, they're more than just valets. Like, they're the models of WWE. But then you had people slowly trying to transition. Like, you can call Beth Phoenix a diva all she wants. I wanted to be Beth Phoenix. Like, I wanted to smash your face, and I wanted to smash your face in and ask questions later.
But
like,
I also feel like the negative connotation of divas too in WWE, it was these women not wrestling as much, but showing off
they were valets.
Their assets. They were valets.
Yeah.
So when you had people, I'm not even talking about like before the Bella Twins debuted. Like, you had divas with 2005, 2006, where they were just showing off their assets, bra and panty matches.
They were doing pudding matches. Like,
I
remember the pudding matches?
Like, some of Candy's favorite divas were.
Right.
Like, who did you look up to? Because clearly you were inspired by the divas era. So I would love to know some of your favorites.
Obviously, everyone knows I love Kelly Kelly.
Yeah. We sing Kelly Kelly up on this chat. A theme song rings in my head every single day. I swear.
And I was inspired by Candice Michelle to start wrestling.
Respect.
Like, I don't know if I support her anymore, because she was like, you kind of have to separate her outside of wrestling from the character that she was, because, you know, Republican, anti-vaxxer, all that. But I still loved her in WWE enough to like support the character that she was, and she did inspire me to like want to be a wrestler. I love Melina. I just loved all the divas from back then.
Yeah.
I love the cat. Her little thing with China. I thought that was really cute.
I love that. That was
Like,
cute.
that was
Yeah.
so cute. I want someone to like recreate that because I feel
It's
like
got time.
I feel like first of all, we have to have enough women in WWE right now to recreate that because we ain't got none. Have none. Like it's like two. It's like two.
I'm not gonna drink to that. I'm gonna sip to that with spite.
Wait, let me just. It's a BBL sip right there. I just gave you. I don't know. I think they're so focused on now. They're like, all right, the divas didn't work in their eyes, so now everybody has to be a wrestler or an announcer. That's what I feel like.
That is very, very, very
I
true.
don't know what to do.
Like
We
the only
don't
person
fucking
allowed
know
to
what
be a
do.
manager is Maurice. Like, and look at Maurice. Like,
And she came back and
Damn.
like
I love her.
goals. Look, goals.
I love that Maurice was like always a heel throughout her whole career.
always.
Never been a face.
Always. And then you watch the show and you're like, oh, like it makes
Mom.
That's like one of my favorite.
they're trying to make me like Miz, and I'm like, no, I like Maurice even more now. Because like she's like a mom and she's hot.
She can do
And
it all.
She like cares
She's
about her
a-
husband's feelings and
Very
shit.
ambitious. She's a dope ass
Very.
too. I love it. I look up to it so much. So Candy, I love your finisher into the split. What's the name of it?
I call it the split ends.
Oh,
Split
okay.
Ooh.
So for those that
Love
have
it.
not seen clips, can you explain your finisher and how like dope it is?
So like basically I come from like the top rope and then like I twist in the air and I land in a split. It's similar to,
Yes.
what's her name? Christy Hemi's FFG. But she does it like straight down, but I like wanted to add a different twist to it. And I spin in
Love
the air.
it.
I just picture that in my
Nice.
head, and that's like a bomb ass fucking move. And shout out to Justin. Hey
Badass.
Justin. That's a
Justin,
bomb
yeah.
ass fucking. I literally pictured that in my head, and that's like a.
I've seen
bomb-ass
clips of
move.
it, and I'm just like, I don't go to the gym. I don't stretch enough for that. So kudos to you, because
Yeah, people are always like, are you all right? How are you walking? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just fine. That's like, it's like the
Like,
most
that's
painless
nothing.
move I've ever
That's
done.
nothing.
Maybe it's just my big Samoan thighs, but like I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah,
god, I need to see clips of it now.
Kelly, Emelina.
I'm just gonna say I'm gel because it's like
Speaking of splits, I mean, you can't, not
you
mention
can't go wrong, but it's like I could never do it.
Billy
but
Dixon with the
Billy
love.
Dixon, yes.
Billy Dixon.
Let's toast to Candy first
Yes.
off. I
Toast.
appreciate you coming on the stream and
Thank
bringing some
you.
love to the Divas era. I also would love to know who are some of your dream opponents in this wrestling game.
I was just about to
What are
ask
your
that,
goals?
sis. Stay out my
Insane.
head, sis.
I feel like anyone that's like really good at wrestling, because so they can carry me through the whole match, you know.
So
I'll see
basically, you and Bianca Belair. Got it.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna make me look like like fucking Shawn Michaels or something.
As she should. As she should. Why not?
I'm gonna bump like one time, and that's for her finisher. I love Bianca. She's like a diva. I feel like a lot of the newer girls, they're like newer versions of divas. Like they can like look good,
Yeah.
and they can be glamorous and stuff, and they're really good wrestlers. And I think that's really cool. Especially Bianca, especially someone who didn't come from like the indies.
Right. And
Because
she's
I think I read somewhere that she was inspired by Total Divas.
Right.
She 100%. She 100% was, and she was just like, "Oh, okay." Because the idea of a female wrestler is something, but then you watch Total Divas, and you're like, "Okay, like these are like well-rounded,
People.
women, multi-talented, multifaceted, that have so much to bring to the table, and they wrestle and they bring everything to it." I can see someone like Bianca, who was already a CrossFit star,
Right.
being like, "Wait, I can be strong. I can fight. I can, be the EST. Like." It's like, of course. And shout out to Total Divas.
Shout out to Divas.
And you know what's
Maddie and her
crazy?
cats.
All right.
She be having them in the kitchen when she be
I was what's the name gone for?
they be on the counter and stuff.
Like she be talking to the episode where the cat died. I was like, oh shit, because I lost a pet and I wasn't feeling that. I was like,
I lost.
she got balls for that. Yeah, she gave my like her respect meter went up because I was like, I couldn't know if I could do that. Like, you lost your pet and you go and do that on camera. Like, I don't know. Don't talk to me for like a month. Like, don't. I'm not leaving the house. Yeah. But I will have to say though, I agree with you. And the only person that I can see that's also trying to give that diva edge back is Toxic Attraction. If anybody watches NXT, low key, they're really bringing back diva strength and beauty. Like that's what divas models were. But like Mandy Rose, putting her back there was kind of the best thing for her because she's killing it.
I don't know if Candy's thing froze, but do you see how pretty she looks right here?
Oh my god, Candy's beautiful. My frozen picture looks like it never looks that.
My frozen picture would look like this.
See, usually I would take them out the screen if they're frozen, but because Candy looks so beautiful, I'm just gonna.
You don't want to leave her
there. I have to leave her there. Pete, let us know when you're taking a picture because you be getting me at the most worst times.
Right. Oh, okay, I'll take it right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I think it took the photo. Oh, I hope I got
Candy.
Right, she's back. She's back.
She's back. She's in the studio. Okay.
There you go.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened.
Okay. We were literally
you looked
right. We literally talk about how your frozen still was so beautiful, so gorgeous.
I did want to ask Candy, especially with Paris is bumping coming up, especially in an industry where this is going to be my first event where I'm going to a wrestling event during Pride. And as somebody who's pansexual, I claim it. I stand by it. If you look good to me, you look good to me. I don't care. Love is love. What do you expect out of this event, and what do you hope to see after this event? Like, what do you expect the people to see?
It's gonna be a lot of like. It's gonna be femme queens. It's gonna be cunty. It's gonna be like a lot of pussy. I don't know. It's just gonna be fun.
Yes,
we love a cunty moment.
I love ballroom, and I love like that, like ballrooms like mixed with wrestling. I feel like that's such a great concept, especially with how mainstream like ballroom culture is becoming. So yeah, I'm excited for that. And what I expect, I hope people like take a chance on like more LGBT wrestlers. And like wrestlers that are like oppressed and stuff. Like I just want to see more representation like that. Because I feel like, like Billy said, white wrestlers doing flippy shit is so boring. Like it's so, like so overdone. It's so like
100%.
It is kind of overdone. So
it's the court's role for me.
You need it.
I just need to,
listen. I have one every morning, every night.
I live by this. Like this, I fully credit.
Mine's broke.
My face.
I need my.
You gotta get you a stainless steel one. I just ordered one from Amazon. They have.
I have the rose quartz roller, and then I had the rose quartz. That one. And you keep it. I used to keep it cold in the refrigerator, and I opened the thing.
Yeah,
it fell out and it broke.
What?
No.
I kept mine in the refrigerator, in the freezer for the longest time, and then I was like, it's so impractical for me to come out here every fucking evening,
to go
every fucking night, to go to the fridge, to grab
my
rock,
I have a mini fridge
on my face.
Like Patricia's seen my mini fridge. I have a blue mini fridge with all my skincare in it.
I have space for a mini fridge in my room, but I would never go in my kitchen.
I want to see the house now. Now they live in my bathroom.
Literally live in my bedroom.
And my bathroom is right next to my bedroom, so I would literally have no reason to go in my kitchen.
That sounds like heaven. Like your bedroom next to your bathroom.
Life was like that for a bit. I'm good now.
I was like, is she frozen?
Please again.
Yeah. So you're in the Paris is Bumping show next week?
Yeah, and I'm in the Cassandra show as well.
Oh
my gosh, the dog. We love that for us.
I
I
love
love
it.
that.
So give us a rundown of everything happening next weekend that you're a part of that our audience doesn't know of, and we're gonna try to make it to everything next weekend. So,
I mean, we got a whip with gas in it, so we're gonna do our best. Listen,
We all got to
Keeping it real.
Gas is like $5-6 now, so we all got to chip in. That's it.
Oh, that's so expensive. Are you serious?
gas today was like $5.09.
it's crazy.
First of all,
I went to ShopRite in the gym, and then I came home. That was it.
I
didn't
was
do
on
anything.
TikTok, right? And I promise you, I was on TikTok right after I left out the supermarket because I wanted to get a bag of grapes. Grapes was damn near $8.
Krista, you want to know I had a $40 ShopRite bill. Do you know what I bought? I'll give you the complete rundown. I bought 4 granny apples, a bunch of celery, shrimp that was on sale, some olive oil, some orange juice, and freaking ice cream. Don't ask me where $40 came from. I have no clue how I got there. And on top of that, the gag was I saved $20 because the shrimp, the orange juice, and the celery was on sale. So something's mathing ain't mathing. Like I
say that all the time.
It ain't mathing.
I'll be your Uber. Just put the gas in the car. I'm about to be
The
Uber
math
and
ain't
bump these
mathing.
prices.
The math ain't mathing, but
The math is not mathing.
We definitely gonna try to hit out everything. If I still dip out on the 19th for a little bit, it's because I am supporting my cousin. She is selling her candles at Black-owned business. It's Juneteenth. It's a Black-owned street fair in Brooklyn as well. So if I do the church finger out,
it's that.
It's that, and I'll be back. But yeah, I can't wait for the next weekend. I cannot wait for next weekend.
It's gonna be really, really fun.
The weekend after, I'm on vacation, so please don't call me.
No, I need to get Paris is bumping because I want to be in the cunty crowd. Like I love a good cunty moment.
Paris
I need it.
Amazing.
Like
Billy Dixon described it in such a way. How would you describe it for like me and Krista and all of us on the stream our first time? How would you describe that show?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll say it's really pussy. It's gonna give time.
yes, per cat.
It's gonna be fun. I love it, and I can't wait to watch the Voguers.
Me too. That is gonna be a vibe.
I can't wait. Like I've been, and because I'm about to say this because Billy was like, it's gonna be drag queens there. I've been to a drag show. Oh my gosh. Woo. And I still have the video. I still have the pictures. There's one person dressed up in full scar garb from Lion King.
What?
And when I say that, y'all know me. I know I love a Lion King. And perform Be Prepared.
Ooh.
What?
Ooh, that sounds amazing.
That sounds like fun.
And then we had the ultimate drag queen. What's her name? I forgot. She's a legend in drag world. I can't remember her name right now. It'll come to me. I promise. It'll come to me.
Listen, good drag can just
and I was in Florida.
Take you places. It's just
so this is in Florida?
Such a fucking experience.
You know, it's crazy. It was literally at the gay bar that got shot up in Florida about a year or so after I was there.
Nice.
That's why I witnessed my drag show.
Nice.
And it was like the best thing fucking ever.
Wrestling sounds amazing. Like
I'm so excited for this.
They like marry each other. It's like, how did this not exist before?
Right.
What are the dates
really
again?
Excited.
Can you please share the dates again? Candy?
June 18th and 19th.
June 18th and 19th.
Yeah, the whole week, whole of next week, and whole of Friday, Saturday and Sunday.
Gotcha.
Yes. Oh yeah. Also Sunday, I will be in church, so I will probably pop out afterwards.
No problem. But Candy, thank you so much for joining us. We cannot wait to take some photos and meet you in person finally next weekend. So where can everyone find you? And do your plugs, girl.
You can follow me on Twitter where I'm really annoying. You can follow my Instagram because Instagram's a hater and they deleted my old page at Lay Barbie.
What?
I was like, I'm trying to tag
That's
you. I was like,
been into a lot of people though.
Yeah,
Guys,
Instagram and
you
TikTok
can
be
do that.
deleting shit.
Like I had a girl that literally they put porn on her page and then got her banned, and she was like, I don't. Yeah, it was just on my TikTok the other day. A lot of people have been having their pages just like, and there's people. She said there's people in Facebook that are doing it. So like, be on the lookout
People
for
got
that.
nothing better to do. Some people
Yeah,
just
it's weird.
so full of
but-
hate and free time.
right, exactly. People full of hate normally do have free time because they don't have nothing else going on, so they
That's
just
exactly
sit behind
true.
their fucking screens and just be fucking trolls.
Like, oh my God, get a life.
Right.
Some champagne, get some dick.
But yes,
Ugh,
please
okay.
follow Candy on Twitter. She's fucking hilarious, which is why I've been
I'm about
like
to
in
right
her
now.
DMs, like,
girl,
please
all
come
that
on
cord.
Thursdays, and then finally the timing was right. So thank you so much. We can't wait.
Wait, can
to
you
meet
drop your Twitter one more time? I think my service cut in and out.
My Twitter is at candidlycandy_.
Candidly candy.
Candidly,
It just sounds so candily, so I was like, oh, now I have to be creative.
Oh God damn it!
Got you. Following you right now.
I need to do that. Yeah, wait, hold on.
So everyone, make sure you follow Candy. Make sure you check out Paris is Bumping. I'm gonna post the links to all the shows and stuff that we're talking about in the comments, and make sure you follow us on social media because then you'll also be up to date. And again,
There she
thank you
is.
so much, Candy. And I hope that you can come on our stream like in the future. Maybe I'll just drop this link and then we can just like actually, maybe sip and you could come back.
Definitely. I can't wait to meet you guys next week.
Oh,
I know.
Paris, see it now. Your outfit is fun.
Oh, we
Oh,
taking
just so I can
pictures.
take a
I
photo
gotta
with
find.
you.
I
This
gotta
is
find
apply
bomb
pressure.
ass
Pressure's
outfits.
applied. Yes. I'm looking at her. I'm sorry. I'm looking at her photo. I'm like, yes, bitch, apply that pressure. honey.
Let me
Apply.
tell you something.
Her.
When it comes to legs and
For
sex
days.
appeal, Candy
Thick
got
eyes
all
save
of
lives out here. Let me
that.
tell you.
All of that.
Her, but I am following you right now.
I followed all of you back.
Yay!
Can I have some of your thighs? Cause I ain't got none.
I'm gonna do some next week for sure.
I ain't got none, Lord. Give me some type of. I don't know, but I
I
need
think
some.
it's taro. Honestly, eat salmon food and you'll get the biggest legs in
You
the
know
world.
what's crazy?
Yo.
So my family derived from the South, so I know how to eat. Like we know how to eat Southern food, smothered chicken, smothered pork chops, some ham, some macaroni and cheese, some collard greens, some yams. I've been eating that all my life, and literally I'm still 120, 128.
I think the complete opposite. Like I've been trying to go to the gym and work on my fitness, and I see the booty like forming. Then somebody puts a plate of jollof in front of me, and it's a wrap. Like I'm like, listen, this is mine. This whole bowl is mine. You can't touch it. And it's like a bowl. It's like literally rice and chicken and vegetables with tomato sauce. I'm just like, ugh, like I've just ruined everything I worked for. So it's like, if you want some, come get some. Like all you gotta do is sit in the house and eat jollof. I'm pretty sure
I'm
we'll
not a
help you
big
out.
rice eater anymore, as I was.
There's other
when-
food we.
But when
Listen,
I
my
do
mom is
eat
coming.
rice, I do
There's
eat
food,
rice.
girl.
And then it's just like, I'll eat rice. I remember it was one year I was eating porridge for a whole year straight and I gained a little bit of weight. So maybe I got to like eat cornmeal porridge and stuff. But I don't gain weight. I do not gain weight, which I'm not complaining
fuck
about.
you, but thank you.
But I just ain't
I
say
love
it,
you,
but I
Krista, so
appreciate
much.
you saying it because I'm
Sorry.
struggling. Okay, last year this time I was in the best shape of my life. Don't ask me what I look like now.
You
Girl,
look good, sis.
gorgeous.
Shut up.
Look
What the fuck did you
gorgeous.
talk about?
Yeah, I'm glad you guys said it because if I
Gorgeous.
said it, I would just get an earful. So thank y'all for that.
You just wanna give
Let's
me no
drink.
about
Let's
this.
drink to somebody finally agreeing with me. Cheers.
Yes,
Listen.
Candy, guys.
You wasn't gonna give me no earful because I definitely would have put her on the block list for the night.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Listen, y'all, my mom is coming by like at the end of the month, and she's staying for like 2 weeks. I have no intention of
So
pretending.
pull the addy
to-
up so we can eat.
Yes, we
Like-
want to come. We want to come out and meet
Yes.
your mom.
Come over, have some
And I'm-
sancocho, have some arroz con pollo.
Wait,
I'll bring
wait,
the
time out,
rum.
time out. So you
Espérate.
knew, so you know that for the first 3 years of my life, I grew up Puerto Rican. You gonna have sancocho?
pero mira, like, okay, so sancocho is like a very broad term in Latin America, all right? Every region has a different kind of
You right.
sancocho. Every region has a different kind of sancocho, and the Dominican sancocho, Puerto Rican sancocho are nothing like the Panamanian sancocho
I know,
or Colombian sancocho.
But I've had
They're all
Panamanian
different.
sancocho.
It's like
I have
empanadas.
had it.
Like Colombian
I've had
empanadas
it.
are way better to me than traditional empanadas. Like, are you kidding me?
I
Like,
don't know what
before-
traditional empanadas are because
Is it alright if I?
Yeah, everybody's empanadas. is
everybody's
different.
empanadas. So like, I'm just saying.
But I've had Panamanians that, first of all, I grew up in Crown Heights. Down up and down Franklin Avenue was literally Panamanianville.
Little
They used to
Panama.
have-
Yeah.
Yes, it was Little Panama. And that restaurant that was right there, Kelso's. Yes. Please.
Okay.
You
Well,
know I
like
know.
Candy. Yeah, no, I know you know.
love
I know you know.
Candy. I'm so glad she
let
came
him-
on the stream. That was super
Same.
fun. She's so funny.
So basically, we're gonna be at Bakey's house. We're playing with Naya and Tamina, and we're gonna meet. We're gonna meet Mama Bakey. We're gonna meet Mama
I will
Bakey.
make sure I leave a lot of room on my stomach, and
I will let you guys
I will
know.
fast
I will keep y'all
forward before
posted
this happens.
because her birthday's coming up. Okay, but her birthday is 4th of July weekend. That's the problem.
Okay, so I'll be coming back from New Orleans that weekend.
Okay.
I'm
Her
so
birthday's
excited for your trip, Krista. It's gonna
I
be
am
so
excited.
So
for
I'm
it
gonna have
too.
to make a pit stop after I leave the Jersey Shore because that's my Jersey Shore vacation with the fam. The Jersey Shore.
Sure.
So we ain't doing Seaside though. We doing Wildwood. We being bougie this year. You know,
Period.
Mom's does not like Seaside. She says it's trashy, it's garbage. And our
Never
house,
been.
the house we got in Asbury Park is like taken. And she was gutted, but I found a better house. So
Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. One upping her.
Yeah.
No
we one up.
competition.
I'm excited
We're
for my trip
upgrading Mama
too.
this year.
I just gotta get them to pay for my other hotel, but you know that's neither here nor there because it's easy. It's not my money, okay?
And that's the best type of money.
That's the best part. And you know me, I'm all
Frankly.
about the Caribbean culture. And best believe, Krista B, Marsha Montano, Nicki Minaj, all of them gonna be there on night one.
Ooh, child.
Hey.
But wait, night two, we got Janet
But wait,
Jackson.
there's more.
Let's
Patti
just put an
LaBelle.
air. Let's just put an air tag in Chris's pocket in case we need to find out where she went.
I'm
'Cause
putting her
apparently-
suitcase. She has a big enough one. We've
It's right here. It's right here.
So
And it has an
Right.
extension.
Gonna be
You
lit.
can
I have
put
this
it in.
thing.
We're gonna be opposite each other. Like one butt cheek gotta be on one side, and your butt cheek gonna have to be on the other. And we're just gonna have to
Because
squeeze
I
up
have
with-
this thing-
I'm
I
about
have
to
this
be
thing with
enjoying.
Well, every single time that Jury takes an Uber, not an Uber, a Lyft, I get a notification. Jury made it home safe. So we're just gonna put that on Chris. Yeah, like we've tried to like remove that and we can't find it. So
Listen, we got
it's just me being a good friend by default because I have to at this point. It's just-
Absolutely, I appreciate it. I did that to P when we was leaving out of Jersey that
Oh
day.
hell yeah.
Because
Absolutely,
Lyft notified me and was like, it looks like you're not taking the normal route. Are you safe? Do you need help?
And I
Lyft.
literally was like, we can't go nowhere until I know Krista got home safe. So we had the thing where it was like the alert thing.
the alert thing.
Ah.
I
Yeah.
was like,
But the only
okay.
reason why he took all the backward roads and stuff because the Holland Tunnel was closed, so he had to go.
I
the
did
long way.
remember I said that. I was like, shit. I think the Holland Tunnel was closed, which is why your Uber might have went up because they're like now they got to go all the way to Lincoln. Come or
You know,
either
crazy. I
for
don't think he
you.
took the tunnel at all. I don't think we went.
Yeah,
to any
I
tunnel.
think you went. I think he went all the way across town. Did he take a bridge?
Yeah, we took a bridge. We
He
didn't go
took
through
the
any
he
tunnel.
took the Gatos to the Verrazano to get you home because it would have been
Mhm.
quicker. But for P, I know he would have had to go all the way back to the bridge, or go all the way to the Lincoln.
He probably did do that. Also, like I was.
I was in bed like
So,
this. I was like,
we
these
were in
people
Ritual
get
Park
home.
for the Invictus show. Shout out to Takeover and Shane Taylor Promotions, and they are actually going to be at Black Wrestle Fest. So
Yeah, isn't it your brother's birthday?
So Jay Bougie. Oh shit! I never
We
had
gotta get him a bottle. We gotta pop a bottle.
Oh my god, Sandal, thank you. I love you.
No,
You
fuck
gotta-
that
I got a
because
bottle just for him. Don't worry,
Nah,
I
fuck
got it
that.
covered.
And I'm gonna tell her godmother too because
What?
her godmother-
I'll be like, but I got this bottle for
because
him.
time out. P was never team bougie. Even at Invictus, she
I
was
was
never
never
team bougie.
not
But
team
then
bougie.
when he won, she was like, "Oh my god, yay, bougie!" You was never team bougie, bruh. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if I'm cool with the other side. If my family fighting, I'm
This
rocking
champagne,
with
girl.
them.
You gotta come to Jersey get
Everyone
this
involved.
champagne, girl.
I got some Coke
Everyone
with
involved.
tincture. How you
know
doing?
what? there was a lot going
That
on.
Gallo wine. We gotta
At
drink
that
that Gallo
Invictus
wine, girl.
show, Okay, there's a lot going on. Shout
No,
out to
P.
Jeff,
No, F
okay?
that. Stop
All
making
right,
excuses.
there's a lot going
sis.
on.
Oh, wait,
Frank
Krista.
Waters, he was
This girl,
like,
I'm like, I get
there was
there.
just like a lot happening. There was Crocs and Crocs.
She's
and
literally still
Frank,
making
like,
excuses.
right?
We're not
So,
even listening at
I'm
this
making
point.
a point.
Her. And shout out to my
She's
guest.
making a
Big
point.
shout out to Takeover and Shane Taylor Productions because there's been indie shows in Jersey. That was the most entertaining, fun
Baking,
indie
you
show
missed out,
I could have
Baking.
ever gone to. It was
I
so
know.
much fun.
Baking,
Like,
you missed
like,
out so
At
bad.
one point, rice was being thrown and chips were going,
Yeah,
and
that Bill Dick Street Fight was lit.
Rev Run had asked for a bottle of water, and then he spit in books. I said, "This is strategic."
Wait, he spit in Bougie's face? I didn't see
like,
that
he was
part.
like, I need a drink of water, and somebody had actually given them like their fresh bottle of water. And then when he was trying to recover, he Triple H shit out, and I was like, did he ask for a bottle of water? Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn minute. That was smart. Me and Janelle, shout out to Janelle in HR. We was like, that was smart. Like, I was like, wait a minute. It was good.
Was $7. I'm kidding.
But it's shout out to
Probably
him. We gonna pop that bottle. It's his birthday. Why not?
Yo, but
I'm excited for him. He's gonna be in the
it was the last match. It was that very last match, and everybody came out and started brawling everywhere.
It was what the people needed.
And Bougie was the one who got pinned.
Yeah, that was shout out to him because he's been working really hard. He was like, he put that show on his back, that Takeover versus STP on his back, and he made it into like one of the most anticipated shows I think in a long time.
Yes,
and I think him and Rev's feud that's ongoing.
Is
probably one of the hottest, most exciting feuds right now. And me and Krista B wanted to get back into it, like we wanted to get into indie wrestling because it's like, you know what, the big promotions ain't giving us what we want. Let's go to our community, and that shit delivered. And I got to give it up to everybody.
It got to the point where this feud is going. I got called out on my Crocs for wearing Crocs to Krista's brunch. And Rev was he zoomed in on my Crocs and was like, we gotta talk.
Time out. Who called you on your Crocs?
Rev was like, he zoomed in on my Crocs and
Rev
was like,
called you on
Twitter. Yes.
All right, hold on.
Go on my Twitter
now. No. Fuck the Twitter. Hold on.
Send him that StreamYard link. Let him come in and fucking speak for himself.
And then he was like, we gotta talk. And I was like, listen, the heels were hurting. Like, we was cute going in, but towards the end we got comfortable, so the Crocs came back on.
I am not a supporter of Croxiendo, but you are cute no matter what the
I wore my Crocs too. I definitely have my Crocs in the back.
You look fabulous.
I have not seen either of you.
I do it for you guys. I don't do it for no man. I do it for me.
Okay,
hello.
wait, Bakey. We don't know. Are you team Crocs or not?
So here's the thing. I like a good shoe.
Wait, I'm asking Bakey because she hasn't weighed in yet. She hasn't weighed in.
Come on, babes.
I've said this before. I don't like Crocs, but I would buy the Lisa Frank Crocs.
Oh yeah, we had this
conversation. You are a Lisa Frank fan.
Yes. I would buy those Crocs, but I wouldn't just buy Crocs.
Did you see they're coming back with they're doing a part 2 of the makeup collection?
A Croc makeup collection?
No. A Lisa Frank makeup collection. And it's always, you know who always does this? It's this company called Limelight. They came. Shout out to my best friend Regina because she actually sent me this because they did this.
Oh wait, hold on.
They sent me the Stranger Things palette.
Wait, Siendo. Hello.
What's good?
So.
Oh shit! No, you should have put him on the stream.
Time out. Wait, I don't got time for that. So I'm streaming live right now. So Siendo had on Crocs at my event. And you gonna sit here and call her out on Twitter for wearing Crocs after she done came strutted through with some bomb ass fucking heels on? You gonna come and shit on her on some Crocs?
I gotta find the tweet now.
Absolutely.
What did he say? Absolutely.
By a simple pair of Crocs, and that's what it is. Now she did her thing until you got to the Croc part.
Did you say I did my thing until I got?
Until you took off your Crocs. Put on your Crocs.
You gonna be a Croc police, but you got slapped in the face with a burning one. How we living? How we living? No, we gonna talk about it.
I'm dead.
You're not gonna call my sis out on wearing Crocs after being comfortable at my event that was dropping gems, and being about uplifting women and shit, and you gonna call on her some Crocs?
Listen. I support the uplifting women. I'm supporting coming out, dropping gems. Y'all know how I roll every single time. However, what I don't support is wearing Crocs. That's okay.
We're gonna get you some Crocs, and we're gonna style them too. Watch.
If you give me some Crocs and have somehow to put it on me, that's gonna take a work of Jesus himself.
You know, I go to church, so I pray.
Not when he go to church. I can't.
I got 2 things of oil on my table over here, so we gonna do it.
Pat already knows how I feel about him, so I can't even say nothing.
If I wear some Crocs, then you know something's up. I'll probably retire from the sport of pro wrestling if I wear some Crocs.
Y'all heard it here first, y'all.
Wait.
Where's a pair of Crocs?
Wait, what?
Retire from the sport of pro wrestling.
I really hope you don't. I mean, it's unfortunate that Brian H. Waters had to actually wear Crocs. I have nothing. Whoever wants to wear Crocs, do you? I'm just saying, it's just not personally for me. However, I don't think anyone should be shamed. Because first of all, it was raining in Brooklyn that day, and Siendo was going to her car to get her umbrella. She also grabbed my umbrella as well. So yes, she put on a pair of Crocs.
So this is him. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Post the link to that tweet in the WhatsApp, and I'm gonna post it in the comments now.
I can't wait. Hold on. Let me see.
Or text it to me.
You said post the link to it.
Yeah,
it was the one where
that tweet.
It's the one where I was like, we outside or ringside.
Oh, okay. I'll find it.
And then you was like, when we girls link up, and then I got like zoomed in on, and it was like, we got, first of all, my Crocs. Okay. I got a Harry Potter little pin on it. I got a coffee cup pin on it. I gotta
get my Harry Potter
black
one.
girl. I got an African flag in Africa on it. I got my initial and an S for. Listen, I'm proud of my little Crocs, and I got Penny Proud on my shit. Listen.
Oh, that's you said this before, and I love that.
So do y'all want to see mine? Do y'all want to see mine? What I have on mine? Because I can get mine right now.
I'm so curious.
I'm
curious.
I feel like Jay Boog should be a part of this conversation.
I'm about to text him the link because if anyone has been defending Crocs, it has been Jay Bougie, and the Crocs. Y'all need to pay attention and get him his fucking sponsorship, brand partnership, because legit, like Crocs has been on the tip of the conversation ever since they started promoting that takeover show.
And then they over here talk about giblets. So these are mine.
Yes.
Shout out to my best friend. Shout out to my best friend Keisha. So we definitely, I'm gonna start with the right foot.
I love that chain.
I have my gold link chain, my Cuban link chain. Although I realized you just put it on upside down. All right, whatever. Queen.
Ooh,
not only for me, but for PR.
Greg just said,
I love you.
Greg just said, I work with Questlove, and that's all he wears.
Oh, that's shit. It. Questlove is fucking vouching and co-signing for Crocs.
Listen, I love the hey drink up here. I have a bow. I don't know what the bow was.
He says, hey.
But then I have a pink diamond because pink is my favorite color and diamond is my middle name. And then I have 2 other bottles. I have champagne on ice because I'm a bougie bitch. And then when I'm going to get ratchet, I think I'm going to call this the pink Amsterdam. This is the right foot.
Yes.
The left foot, more wine, a green juice when I want to detox.
Yes, that's what I'm going to be making tomorrow. Batches of green juice, apple. What is it? Apple and celery, honey. We got to get this tummy on flat.
Listen, some watermelon.
The booty gonna be poking out Juneteenth.
You look good.
Girl.
You look good.
Aguacate.
You look good.
Everybody know me. I love my aguacate. Okay.
Aguacate. I hate aguacate, but
oh man,
I feel like avocados are the reason why my booty is starting to grow a shelf of its own. Because like we've been hitting the gym. Like this is the first.
Another wine glass because me and my best friend were drinking.
Like, hook me up, girl. Where do you get your pins?
My best friend bought them for me like this.
Well, tell best friend, let's have a chat because I need
some donuts because I stay at Dunkin' Donuts, honey. And then I also have a bottle of Dunkin'. It's supposed to be Fabuloso, if y'all know what it looks like, but it says Fabulous on it.
Fabuloso.
So speaking of Fabuloso, I was talking to Greg the other day that if I ever were to have a lucha persona, a lucha character, it would be La Fabulosa, and I would be wearing a purple singlet with a purple mask and a white band just across that says "Fabulosa," and don't come at me. I think it's hilarious.
Love it.
I love it.
What would be you guys' like ring name alternative? Isn't there like a thing where you can make that up? Because I feel like I would just be, if I had a wrestling role, I feel like I would be like the female Stokely. Like I feel like I would just be that person. And if Krista B and Queen PR ever decided to become a tag team, I would just be their manager. I'd be like, listen, bitches. Like I would just be. I know we can let our freak fly, but I would just be like the person backing it all up with words. I don't think I could wrestle. I just think I'd be the shit talker of the group.
I love that.
So for me, I don't I've been wrestling. So it's funny, right? So my friend Tiana, we've known each other since we were 9. Tiana, if y'all was there, she was the one who took the pictures at the event.
Yeah.
So
the pictures came out bomb. Shout out to her. Can we toast to her? Because
yes,
you know how many DM slides I had after I posted her picture, like her.
Make sure y'all at her. I am complex. That's her.
I am complex.
I am complex. Yes. So we had our meeting today for Sunday, and she was like, "Yo, your name is a brand," and I'm like, she was like, "I heard your boss call you Krista B," and I'm like, "Oh my god, yo!" So I'm like, my wrestling name, I think it would really just have to be Krista B. Like either Krista B or like K Diamond or Diamond Twist or something like that.
Ooh.
I like Diamond Twist though.
I like Diamond Twist.
Okay,
it got a nice to it.
Okay, so I can't explain on camera how I got the name Twist, but we'll talk about it off camera.
Okay, I like it. Okay. PR, what's yours?
I have no fucking idea. Let's say Queen PR, and I just got Krista B's back, no matter what she do.
I feel like
first of all, it would be PR being really the sensible one, and me turning up all the time.
Like you should.
No, you know what's funny?
You sure you want to do that?
Like yo, calm down. I'm like no, bitch, we are not.
And then it's like if Krista go, I'm going, and that's it.
It'd be funny because Peter and I were talking, and we were like, Patricia would be like head of the table, like Roman Reigns type shit. Like she's the way Roman Reigns talks to Jimmy and Dave.
No, we gotta use another person because P's gonna make me.
I was waiting.
She finna make me.
I feel like Patricia would be like the architect, like how the Shield had Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns like muscle. And Dean Ambrose is crazy. Like she would be the Seth Rollins. Like she would just be like the mind fuck of the whole entire thing. And
I want to give a quick shout out. I was walking home and this girl had on a God mode shirt.
Ooh, yeah.
And I was just like,
you know how hard it is to find that shirt.
And I literally was just like, by the way, mind you, we're in the middle of the street. I'm literally crossing this way. She's coming in my direction. I was like, I have to say, shout out to your shirt. I really love your shirt, T. Roman. She was like, hey, thank you. Yes. Hey. So I'm gonna toast to her.
Yes,
wearing a God mode shirt. Okay.
Wait, can I quickly bounce off of that? So I had on the Stone Cold shirt that Krista B got me for either my birthday or Christmas. And
I love that.
I walked out of my job.
You're a good gift giver. Like I want gifts from you because that shirt.
We can all
it, and I'd be like, damn.
We can all exchange gifts. I think I'm gonna have another Friendsgiving.
You have to. That's our tradition.
Okay, I'll definitely have another Friendsgiving. So November, please don't make no plan. Oh no,
I'm staying over at your house.
Oh, you can definitely stay over.
Oh no, I'm gonna cross the bridge, baby. You know I'm coming. I drive, honey. As long as I got
that part.
Yeah,
we drive, bro. We can go anywhere.
Krista knows that. She was like, "Are you at work?" And I was like, "No, I stopped at my job, but I was gonna miss your brunch. Like, bye."
Oh,
like,
but wait, let me tell you real quick though, because so I wore my Stone Cold shirt that Krista B got me. I walk out of work. I turn the corner. There's a guy smoking a cigarette outside of my building, and he has an Austin 316 shirt on. And I was like, "Hi, like I'm so sorry, but I have to talk to you because like he was like." And because Stone Cold said so, and then we took a selfie, and I was like, "Hi, I have a wrestling podcast. Can we please take a selfie?" He was like, "Yeah, whatever." The next day, I go to the corner store in the Bronx, and a guy has on one of the Broken Skull T-shirts, and I was just like, "Okay, so I mean, I'm not complaining about the Stone Cold love, but it's really nice to run into other wrestling fans. Really.
Yo, I had on a
It
Bella
is.
shirt. So I had
It
my
is.
cousin's car like a few days ago, and I had on my Bella Army shirt. And literally, I saw a guy across the street that like walking up this way as I'm driving down the block, and then he had on his Austin 316 shirt, and I couldn't run like yell and be like team, you know. But then I also saw that for Father's Day, I think it's WWE they're doing a dad 316 shirt. They're like,
Yeah.
as I said,
Yeah.
cute.
I'm gonna get that for my brother because my brother is a huge Stone Cold Steve Austin fan. If he don't watch anything else, he's watching anything Stone Cold Steve Austin. And because I had bought him the socks for Christmas, pair of Stone Cold Steve Austin socks for Christmas. I'm gonna buy him the dad 316 shirt because he is a father now.
Let me just tell y'all, and I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Like nothing beats getting a new, and I just have to open it up because my brother just handed me an Amazon package. Nothing beats wearing another like New Jack City shirt. And then I walked to the corner store in the old New Jack shirt that I had, and a guy's pulling up to me in his Charger. He's like, "What's good? I like your shirt." I'm like, okay, like hi. And then I'm going in the corner store. I don't get my bodega sandwich and everything. And he comes out of his car. He's like, I don't want to scare you, Ma. I just want to tell you, I got mad respect for you wearing a New Jack shirt. Because I'm like, wait a minute, you hood as hell. Like, what do you know about New Jack? And second of all, you're in the middle of Newark. Like, why are you trying to talk to me? But you cute though, but I don't know what you're doing. Like that surprised the hell out of me. Like, even when I wear my macho, like Patricia knows, she was the one who gave my third Macho Man Randy Savage gray shirt. And
Shout out to Ripple Junction.
And I wanted to work with that shirt, and they're like, "Oh yeah!" Like everybody looking at me. They're like, "You love wrestling shirts?" I'm like, "No, I like this specific shirt because every single Macho Man Randy Savage has a story." Like my first one, I bought when I was in like Maryland. They didn't have any other shirt but that one. The third one, the blue one Patricia gave to me, and the gray one Patricia gave to me, and the new one that I just got off of Amazon. That one I bought with my bonus money. So all my shirts have it. My plan is to get all the colors. So like, listen, wrestling fans are everywhere. You'd be surprised. Like somebody was looking for Broken Skull beer. Like somebody's messaged me on Instagram when I was putting up all the pictures of like what I should drink tonight. They were like, "Oh, you should get Stone Cold IPA," and I'm like, "They don't sell it in New Jersey. They only in New York.
No,
they're only in PA. They don't. It's nowhere to be found."
My manager, shout out to Breaking Lou. I remember one time he sent me a picture of him drinking the IPA, and I'm like, "How is it?" I'm like,
"Did they sell it?"
I was like, "Can I get one?" He was like, "My friend bought a case," and da. I'm asking where I'm gonna text him right now, asking where he got it from because
I need to take a minute.
I want to try
because my bladder. Excuse me.
Be great, baby. Be great. It'll be great, baby.
They keep telling me it's in Buy Right, but every time I go into Buy Rights, Buy Me, they sold the hell out. I'm like, how the hell do you sell? Like, come on, who in the hood is buying Stone Cold beer? Explain to me.
You never know.
You're right. But
word. I want to shout out to my dad. He's in the comments.
Hey.
So he is a rock fan.
Come on now.
Yes, the Brahma Bull in this house.
I'm his honorary daughter.
Honorary daughter, 100%. And
we the same sign and we got the same favorite animal.
Yes, of course. And he's in the comments and he's defending The Rock over Stone Cold. Siendo, where do you fall in this debate? Are you a Stone Cold fan?
I'm always gonna be for The Rock because my grandmother was for The Rock. Like every time my grandmother saw The Rock on TV, she wanted him to whoop ass. Like it's between him and Booker. I think, like I told y'all, my grandmother was everybody black. Like she ain't like nobody beating on black people. Like, you saw like somebody beating up on Jacqueline, and she was like, bitch, beat her ass. And like my grandmother was rooting for everybody black. So in honor of my grandmother, I'm always gonna have I watch Young Rock. I love that show.
I have to binge watch it.
It's so funny and homegrown. You'll love it. You'll really like it.
TWG watch. Krista B, TWG binge watching Young Rock.
Yes, it's so like you get to understand. Like some of it's light, but you get to understand.
I love you, Daddy. I love you.
Like literally, my grandmother was like for The Rock. Like one time I came home in the shirt and she said, good shirt. And my grandmother was like a French Liberian speaking woman, but Trust me, put SmackDown in front of her, and she was rooting for The Rock every single time.
Listen, if
She
I
was
call my
pissed at
brother
Stone
right
Cold
now,
for taking that title. No,
if I
she
call
didn't
my
like Brock Lesnar because me
No,
and her
if I
watching
call
Brock
my
Lesnar
brother
again
right
together.
now,
Rakashra, we
P,
love you in the comments. Are you a Rock or Stone Cold fan?
Come
Okay,
on,
go ahead,
birthday
Krista,
twin.
sorry.
Don't fail me,
All
birthday
right,
twin.
okay.
If I call my brother right now, he's definitely going to say
Yes,
Stone Cold
Tiffany
Steve
Young is also watching Young Rock. You're not alone, boo.
Shout
You're
out
not
to
alone.
Tiffany Young.
I am
So
not caught
good.
up with season 2, but
The show is
I'm
good.
getting on it. It's so good. Season
It's
1 had,
good. Like everything that Young Sheldon is, Young Rock is that, but a little bit better when you're a wrestling fan because you understand where he came from.
Brian H. Wood has been telling me to watch it, and I'm like, okay.
It's
You gotta
so
watch
good.
it. It's good.
With Krista
Okay,
B,
guys,
Sarah.
so you just heard I'm going to do, because y'all know P always does the watch parties. So I'm going to put a day aside for us to, instead of like, P, I know you said you want to do a book club. So instead of us doing a book club every week and talk about chapters, we can watch an episode of Young Rock every week and we can talk about it.
I love that.
Rikishi
Oh my God,
is
you gotta
so
join
funny.
us, Becky, the Samoan tribe. We gotta get our sound effects going because I miss when we used to dance to the Usos music.
Uso.
I'm thinking if I should call my brother. He's trying to be like, Krista, get the fuck off my phone.
Yes, that's right, Greg.
Let me call him.
Greg
Hold on. Let me call him.
All right, call her real quick. This is such a
Everybody
fun
is not everybody's a standard room raised, but I appreciate the bloodline. Like
I appreciate
somebody
Roman
who's
Reigns.
African who's always
real.
gonna put their family up. Like
Do you
shout
hear
out
the
to
phone
my
ringing?
cousin Trinity.
Oh wait, hold on. I don't hear. Wait.
You hear the phone ringing?
Oh, now I do.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Wait. Let me mute because he might say something crazy. Hold on. You busy?
No, not really.
Okay. So I'm recording right now, and we're having this Stone Cold Rock debate, and my friends want to know who team are you on?
Stone Cold or Rock?
Yeah.
Stone Cold.
I told y'all he was gonna say
That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
I told y'all he
Yes.
was gonna say Stone Cold.
Yes.
So my
Should I call Peter?
My co-host PR.
Yes, call
is a
Pete. Call
Stone
Pete. I
Cold
would love to
fan,
know where
and
he
like
stands.
your team, you guys are the same team, and
All right,
everybody
wait,
else is
bet.
like
Hold
Rock
on.
fans. So I was like, let me call him to see what he going
I'm calling
to
Peter.
So now
he's
we're
gonna say
calling
Stone
Ciendo's
Cold.
brother P, who I love dearly, and we're gonna see where he stands.
So we're wait, hold on.
Wait, Krista, mute yourself real quick.
Peter, can you hear me?
Please leave your message.
Oh damn it.
Oh no!
No, he's
Yo,
and
this
you know what's
shit
funny?
gassed
This
me.
little fucker's right upstairs. Hold on. Maybe his phone died. I'm thinking his phone died.
Okay, so do you know if he's Rock or Stone Cold? Because I'm curious.
See,
I'm
I don't
genuinely
know
curious.
because I think he's gonna tread the same way as me, like our Hello?
Please leave your message.
Damn it. He's probably
So
gonna
my
come
brother-
downstairs. But
Y'all
like
heard him say Stone
Naya, are
Cold,
you a
and then he
Stone
was like,
Cold
"Now
or
pass
Rock
me a
fan?
damn beer." So he's
Yes! All right, so then you and my dad can have the Rock. Me and your brother will have Stone Cold.
Absolutely. I told my brother he should come out to LA with us for next year. He was
That
like, "No,
would
he
be
can't
dope.
do it. He can't." I said, "Listen, if you come out and Stone Cold decides to make an appearance, I can't have you passing out. I can't get your big ass up off the floor. So please, don't embarrass me. Thanks."
Rakasha says she can't pick one. That's valid. I only admitted to actually liking the Rock just a couple years
I
ago.
feel like when it comes to The Rock and Stone Cold, you could do both. Like, listen, I always say I follow by Krista's advice. Like, the Attitude Era fucked me up. Like, I was seeing too many titties. I was seeing people too many get smacked. I was fully like, I was going to school. We were going to school on Monday, be like, SmackDown was better. No, Raw was better. No, SmackDown had Brock Lesnar. No. Well, Edge and Lita had a live sex thing, and I watched it. Like, we were beefing in elementary school.
I wasn't watching it
like
from then. Like I stopped around that time, but
no, but like
on, yeah.
I feel like you were allowed to do both, but like eventually, as you get older, you gotta pick a side. And I picked the Rock side all day, every day.
Rock all day, every day. Period.
Like, I picked the Rock all day, every day. Even though Stone Cold, like I gotta give him his respect. I'm the only reason why I'm jealous of Krista and and PR for being in Dallas. I was like, okay, let me have their fun. But then when I realized that Stone Cold had a full blown fucking match, I was like, I hate these bitches. They got to see it. Not I was so mad. I was like,
with Vince McMahon. Like, do you
First of
Yo,
all, he almost took
like,
off my
me and
knees
my
the
whole
second
family
night.
realized we were having my mother's birthday. Shout out to mommy because it was her birthday night one.
Happy
And
birthday.
I was like,
Happy
Mom, I have to watch
birthday.
WrestleMania. And my older brother was like, you still watch wrestling? And my sister-in-law was like, well, you could put it on. And we were watching. And my sister-in-law goes, wait a minute, Stone Cold still wrestling.
First of
She
all,
was like, wait a minute.
First of all, I was in the car with my brother and his girlfriend on Mother's Day because we were going to eat. And that's when I told him he should come with us to LA for next year. And I was like, yo,
Greg
Stone
and I
Cold-
are working on it.
Stone
I want
Cold
y'all
is
to know.
definitely gonna be
we got
there
you. We
again.
manifesting it.
I was like, yo, we're gonna get another. I said, yo, he beat up Vince McMahon. My brother go, again? I said, yes. I'm like,
Yes.
we've never seen Stone Cold beat up Vince McMahon in person. Like,
If
what
y'all
if he-
don't see me from like September into like February, it's because I'm trying to save money to come to LA. Like
grinding.
Patricia knows I'm trying,
We're manifesting it, Sandal.
We're
You're gonna be
manifesting.
there.
Oh,
We're-
Pete,
we all
manifesting
going.
it.
Right.
Pete,
I'm
once
not
we-
missing it this year. My
once
mother
we
was
end
like,
this recording, Pete, we can stay on, and once we end the live, I'm gonna talk to you afterwards because I got some news to share.
Okay.
I can't wait. for
cheers
that.
to the news you have to share that I can't
Cheers to
hear.
the
But
news
cheers.
that
No,
Yeah.
you're gonna hear it. Everybody else ain't gonna hear it.
Okay.
I think that's a good last call. I think too.
That part.
It's just
That part.
good news. And Krista B, we talked about it on our latest episode, but we talked about it before you got on the stream of just like how everyone around us is like thriving and like things are good and like exciting and the future's exciting. So we took a toast to that. So I really want to just shout that out because I feel like one thing I do want to say is like Krista B and I, we're business partners, but we're also friends and sisters.
Also friends, yes.
And I love that over the
And
last
we
like
argue
almost
like
4
sisters,
years. We
y'all.
really do. We truly do. And that's why I wanted to take a toast to like my sister Krista B because we've been doing this shit and it's not fucking easy.
Yes,
We're planning our 4th anniversary.
It's about to be
And
lit.
Oh,
I
a
don't
lot
care.
of
It's
brands
about
do
to
not
be
last,
lit.
especially podcasts do not last as long as we have, and we're still trying our fucking hardest.
No.
So-
We're gonna take that word out. We're not trying.
We're not
doing.
trying. You're
You're
doing
doing
it.
it.
We're
We're doing it.
We're doing.
That's
You're
it.
having
So cheers to us
a
doing it.
4-year-old. That baby is going to pre-K. That baby is learning basic math.
Yes, that
Basic
baby is
math,
the baby
English,
genius,
and
honey.
Spanish.
Yeah.
That baby is the baby genius.
And you know what also
Listen.
inspired me too was your brunch. I'm so glad.
Your
I
brunch
took
really
a
motivated
2-hour
me
The
too,
brunch,
Krista.
ride
put
to
something in
Coney
my back
Island
too.
to
I
be
promise you, it
there.
did. It
That
put
was
something in
And
my
I can't
back
wait
too.
to talk to your best friend because her story is something I definitely need on the Well Minority because I need people to understand. Like, she almost brought me to tears because she was kind of in the same boat that I was in,
We're talking about
like
Nakiba.
feeling wise. Yes.
So Nakiba, she's been my friend since the 3rd grade. We,
Wow.
of course, after school, after we graduated high school, middle school, we went separate ways or whatever, but we kept in contact. And the stuff that she went through, I didn't know. Like we weren't as close afterwards. Like we were cool and but afterwards we weren't as close. And for me to everything that she went through, I found out that day. Like I seen the post and stuff on
Yes.
Instagram, or I like kind of glanced by it if I'm like in the middle of the night scrolling and stuff. But for her to share her story publicly like that, absolutely. So I really do want you two to connect. I feel like y'all could be dope on the podcast together.
I feel like I definitely, and it's like, it's not even about me so much anymore because I feel like my healing process has brought me to the place where it needed to be.
Your brother.
I'm a bad bitch.
No.
Always
I'm
been a
sorry.
bad
I didn't
bitch.
mean to laugh.
Oh.
I wasn't laughing at you. I just looked at a text from my brother and he said,
I
"'Cause
knew
Stone Cold says so with a beer."
Yeah,
I was like,
listen.
absolutely. That's it.
But I feel like me and Patricia always knows. I'd be like, listen, I'd be given I don't understand why people wouldn't like me, but I realized that it was always a me thing. Like mentally, it was a me thing. Me thinking that people wouldn't like me or me thinking that people wouldn't understand me. it always starts with you, right? Like listening to your friend's story and all. Shout out to all the women on that panel because I had to get up and ask that question because I even have my own fears of the well minority because I'm like, what if people don't get it, or what if people don't support it, or what if people? But I have to realize that I never want to lose, and it's sad to me because I actually lost a friend because they were in the same boat. They felt like they didn't have nothing going on, so they took their own life. And it's like, I don't want nobody, and I felt that way in my own right. I don't want nobody to ever feel that way. And after hearing you ladies talk about your challenges and your fears and how you overcame it and your routines of self-care, all these beautiful things you ladies had to say, I'm like, why am I hesitating on doing something that I know is right for me? Like that I know that's my calling. So it's like, shout out to I'm so glad that I drove to Coney and left Coney to come to your brunch because it was like, it was definitely it was something that was rewarding. The food was bomb, by the way, but
shout out to O'Neill.
Yes, the food was bomb, but the experience in itself was much more rewarding. So shout out to you.
Thank you.
Shout out to the next one that's gonna happen, and shout out to the year that's about to come because this is our year. I don't care what.
This year was prepping us for next year.
Listen, we're gonna have listen. I'm speaking into existence right now. We're gonna have big sponsorships at the 4th annual Those Wrestling Girls anniversary party. We're gonna have big sponsorships. I'm speaking in existence. Duce, Ciroc, all those big people. We're gonna probably have WWE. We're not probably definitely gonna have WWE sponsorships in these spaces that we're in.
Not even that. Let's get a merch line out there. Like I feel like strictly for the culture. I feel like storylines, Telfar. I'm thinking.
If we got a TWG,
I'm thinking Pretty Little Things. Hello,
collab, Pretty Little Things. Shein. Well,
no, Pretty Little Things.
Pretty Little Things. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm speaking these things to existence for the 3rd annual Unapologetically Eclectic Brunch. Oh, it's definitely gonna be sponsorship. It's gonna be Hennessy, maybe Duce, maybe Ciroc. Definitely. So we're gonna be up and down. We speaking all this into existence.
I am
so ready for it.
One thing I do want to shout out to, and I want to give Becky the floor, is I tuned into her Twitch today because shout out to my fabulous boss. She let me get off a little early today because I was just like, I was last minute this week. I'm traveling. I have no time to do anything. Can I please, and she was nice about it. So I was able to like sit and like get a lot done watching the baker on her Twitch. You are so fun.
Yo, I signed in to Bakey's Twitch while I was at work before I left. And I promise you, the part I signed in on, I kid you not, Bakey, you had the card right here on your forehead.
You had me. No. Why was I sitting? I'm sitting here doing remote work and I'm sitting here on my phone. I'm like, why is there a card on her forehead? And I was just like, wait, I should be answering questions, but I'm also intrigued. And I told myself I would wait to ask you. So this is where me and Krista are like this because I wanted to ask the same day.
What was the card?
How can I get on? You be having so much fun. You be having so much fun.
Oh my goodness. Well, first of all, thank you so much for that shout out, P.
Yeah, this couldn't work for you, girl.
Thank you. We had fun. We have fun on stream. We really do. It's irreverent. I'm usually struggling. It's usually a struggle. I'm usually going through something, but like as in just Christina's here to entertain. And if that means that Christina is gonna make a fool of herself, she will. And like I'm an actor. I have no shame. I have no shame. I'm ready. I'm ready to work. And so we are still in the middle. So for the day of Krista's brunch, I had mentioned this before. I was gonna be having like a special stream for one of my beloved, wonderful mods, and it kind of like snowballed into becoming a 12-hour stream.
Oh wow!
So that's why I couldn't make it all the way to Brooklyn to then come back here on time because I was starting at noon and I was finishing at midnight. Wow. And during that stream, we also started. My wonderful husband, Greg, I love you. You're amazing. Hey,
Greg.
Hey, Greg. He says what? He helped set up sub goals, tip goals, and today, and so basically for every sub, I had to put stickers on my face.
Oh,
yes. And today, one of my amazing friends, member of my community, One Cool Dog, you're amazing. He's fantastic.
We love you, One Cool Dog.
We love you, One Cool Dog. He literally went the extra mile. He Buzz Lightyeared me, and he went to infinity and beyond, and he just tipped more than it was needed to reach the goal.
Nice.
Shout out to One Cool Dog, definitely taking us.
Shout out to One Cool Dog. He's amazing. We love him. He's wonderful in Twitch community. He's a wonderful guy. And like the tip goal, I'm sorry, I'm still talking about it. I'm still overwhelmed. The tip goal was a little under $300, like 290 something for tickets to Comic-Con. And that's why, like, that's the whole point. Greg and I were really trying to make it to Comic-Con this year, plus to also like cosplay, something that the community decides, and to also potentially, if we can, stream at the con. Ooh. And One Cool Dog just dropped $300 like it was nothing.
Let's do it.
Cheers to manifesting that. We're manifesting that.
That's amazing. We love to hear that.
We love it.
Want to be in New York City?
One Cool Dog, you're absolutely amazing.
Yes. We love you so much.
You're absolutely amazing. We love to see it. We love to see how, you know, our friends and our fans, distant ones at that, would be the ones who come out to support. So please, anything we have going on, please come out to support. Sorry,
yes, please and thank you.
Those Wrestling Girls on Patreon, if you have not subscribed, we have different tiers for whatever you can afford. I have my own Patreon, Unapologetically Eclectic. Please support. Yes. Even if you just want to sit and Cash App any woman, any person, not even us, but anybody you have, just to Cash App them, just to say thank you and let them know that they're doing an amazing job. Just do so, because all of that you're giving out is definitely going to return in your favor. It's going to return in your favor tenfold. Whatever you reap, you shall sow, okay? And it will happen for you. It will definitely happen for you. So, Becky, I am so happy for you. I'm so happy that happened.
We're happy.
It was wonderful. Thank you so much. That generosity is overwhelming. And because he was so generous, I had to pay that back with not humiliating myself, but just making fun shit happen.
As you should. It's all about having fun. Keeping your word, having fun, and also believing that things will happen in your favor. And that's exactly what it did. So that for me, I guess we're doing last call. So that was my last call. Supporting each other, really, like, loving on each other.
Sum that up really like beautifully. Mm-hmm. And I think my last call would be just being like really thankful.
Yeah.
Because like the year started out really weird. Like I was thinking back on like the start of the year. I had fucking COVID for my fucking 32nd birthday. But then like
oh my gosh, we're 32.
I remember that. And mind you, Krista, you know what sucks? I was like planning a dinner for her birthday. And then she texted me like I tested positive for COVID, and I was like, "Fuck me!" Like, and then on top of that, I found out before her that I had COVID. So I had COVID before her. I was just coming off, and then she had COVID.
Yeah,
I'm so blessed to say that I have not experienced COVID yet.
Be happy you didn't, because
I'm really blessed. I'm covered. I'm covered. I'm blessed. I pray all the time. And we just gonna pray that I get through Summer Jam on time.
No, you will get through Summer Jam.
You will.
You're a boss ass bitch. But I think like me having COVID during my birthday actually pushed me to go to Dallas. And Dallas literally was a life-changing.
Dallas opened so many doors for us.
Yo, oh my God. It literally reinvigorated my soul. Like I needed Dallas more than I even thought I knew. So I'm going to be thankful for everything God puts in my path and all of the plans that I make that he laughs at and fucking makes me learn what I'm supposed to learn. I'm thankful for all of that. And even me waiting last minute to prep for this trip, I'm still thankful for that. I'm thankful for Becky. You really brought my day up today. You have no idea. Your energy. So happy. So you and Chris. So my dad doesn't listen to our episodes every week, but he loves Thirsty Thursdays, and you are one of his favorite characters on the show. As he he says. Because he just says your energy and your presence is so light.
Yes,
and on top of,
Dad.
like, his adopted daughter Krista B. So I'm just thankful for this. I'm thankful like that me and Siendo, like talking about Pete, like I know I talk about how we became friends. He was my friend first, and you coming into my life being a wrestling fan, like you pushed me so much to like, you know, be great because we're in this shit together.
Because you are great.
Last call.
You are great.
Because you are great.
I love you ladies
Yeah.
so much.
Love you too, babe.
I also want to do a last call to P because, as like I said before, me and P, as P said before, me and her are sisters. Beyond this, we are definitely sisters. And there are times where you guys don't know how hard it is for us to even try to communicate on a regular. Like, she can send me a bunch of messages and I won't read them till like the end of my day because schedule is so crazy. But it's because of her that I am more in shape and more focused on what we got going on now than ever before. When I say, when it's time for her to do so, and I allow her to do so because a friend will tell you how it is without sugarcoating shit. If P has to rip me a new asshole, she's gonna rip me too.
For love,
And
with love.
For love, out of love. Like, I will let her vent. I will be her human punching bag, figuratively, not literally.
He will punch you right back, Patricia.
Facts.
I was like, never literally, because
Never literally.
No, she doesn't punch you.
You gonna catch
but
these hands.
Figuratively.
Facts. Figuratively, I will let her be I will be her punching bag for her. Because I say this over and over again. If it wasn't for P, our social media would be non-existent. But everything that I have going on, we would not be almost near 10K followers on Twitter.
Yes.
Yo.
Yes.
If it was not for her, our Instagram would not be where it is right now. Yes, I handle Facebook discussion group, which is amazing. Get a lot of traction and stuff into that. But if it wasn't for P, it wouldn't happen. So P,
Patricia,
my last call
I
and
love you,
cheers is to you. I love you so
sis.
much. Okay,
I can't wait for our lifetime together.
That's
it.
Yes.
Yeah,
And whoever,
You know what's funny? I told
whoever
PR
comes
that
in our way, they just gotta
Word.
accept the fact that we're here together. Okay.
Yes.
Well, Chris already accepts it. He's just like,
I
all right, go
mean, he
record,
knows-
go
he
do
been
that.
knew what was up.
He knew what was
right?
up.
We have an
Okay.
understanding. I love you, boo. I appreciate you so much.
I love you too.
what was that was like super
Sienna,
emotional.
what's your last call?
I don't
I love
know. Like, I don't know. I feel like I don't want to get emotional because today I got emotional. Like,
Listen, we talked about it. If it's a part of your mental health, then
it is
do
a part of my mental health because
do
I
it
was
if you
in a
have to.
place, and like I said, 6 years ago. Well, actually, let's pull it all the way back. It would have been 10 years today. I would have been without me if I really took what I did seriously, what I wanted to do to myself seriously. And then it's like coincidental because I met Patricia, and then I met our friend. Shout out to Nia. I met him too at the same time.
Hey, Nia.
And I realized, like, what would it? I feel like I would be doing a disservice to the world if I left. So then I started reevaluating my life, and I started eliminating the people that weren't beneficial to me. And I started doing it in a way that I started becoming myself. I started talking about, like, yeah, I like wrestling, and yeah, I care about people. I'm an empath, so I'm gonna care about people, and yeah, I like makeup, and yeah, I like photography. And slowly, as the people who weren't supposed to be in my life started to leave, the people that were meant to be here are still here. And one of those people is Patricia. And that's why I said I don't want to get emotional because
I love you,
you
girl.
bad bitch. Don't want to give my I don't have no makeup on today because of that.
Sometimes
Like, I literally have to think about it today. Like, you have to realize that God's purpose or your higher power, let's not even put God in the conversation. Like, your higher power's purpose is gonna show you where you have to be. And then I think even after like isolation and the pandemic, like Patricia was always one of those people like, hey boo, like, are you okay? Because she knows. And it's just like, it made me realize, like, wow, I fuck with the dopest amount of people that I can mess with.
Vice versa.
So my last call is to everybody who's still here. Like, I just met Krista, and I'm already like, yo, Krista, me and Krista get it. Like, me and be having this jokes, like, we were ringside, and I'm like, girl, like, you see that? Like, Girl, she'd be
Listen,
like,
when I say me and Ciendo are literally attached, there's no breaking us up.
because I'd be looking at Chris, like somebody would say something crazy, and I'd be looking at Chris like, did you? She'd be like,
I got you.
get it.
I'm here.
And Patricia knows, like, Patricia's always that person that's like, listen, like me and her, I feel like I don't have sisters. I always say that I don't have sisters, but Patricia's my sister. I don't care what anybody says.
Definitely my sister, yo.
He is the brother that I'd be like, bitch, what you doing? And he'd be like, bitch, what you like?
Yeah.
I feel like the people that are in my life now, the people that are meant to be here, because even I was talking to my family, my mood took a complete 180. And I'm like, where I used to always be anxious about stuff, I'm now like, okay, well, you spilled something on the floor. It's spilled. You can clean it up. We can do this. So I feel like that's why I really want to dive into the WAL minority, because I don't ever. And when I say losing the person, and I lost somebody I used to work with a long time ago. I lost them to suicide, and I lost another friend who I used to school with to suicide.
I can't find anything to move.
And I don't want anybody to ever feel like
anybody talking to Alexa.
Alexa,
I don't want
She's
nobody
trying to eavesdrop.
She is eavesdropping. I don't want anybody to ever feel like what I was feeling like, because, like I said, I've come a long way from realizing that people were around me making me feel like I was less than, and I realized, like, no, I'm a bomb ass person.
Yes,
like, I'm a bomb ass BITH, and in that order.
And that's
so
period.
Last calls to anybody who ever feels like there's circumstances around them that makes them feel less than. You're enough. Don't let anybody, especially if you've survived these last 3 years, because we're going on 3 years of this whole thing, you're enough. And the only thing I could be thankful for is that I have somebody like Patricia, like Krista said it best, like Patricia be like, all right, what's the WAL minority? Like, what are we doing? What is it about? Like, we need to plug it on those wrestling girls. We need to talk about it. We need to bring it, like, even, and I'm going to get emotional again, because even this weekend, like, she's literally like, instead of thinking about just those wrestling girls, she's literally like, all right, I want the WAL minority to come on, and I want you to talk, like, what topics can we have? So last call to you guys even inviting me on here, because without y'all, I wouldn't even be moving. Like, I move on my own a certain way, but I feel like I need friends that help me move. So
we love you, girl.
We love you, girl.
You're the best, Yandel.
Cheers to that. Last call.
We love you. Shout out to everyone on the stream and everyone that joined us for doing their thing.
Shout out to Andre.
I ran out of anything that I could drink, so here's some.
Me too. I'm like toasting this empty glass because
I just finished
like,
mine.
I love you all, but Krista B, close us out. Let's talk about Black Wrestle Fest, because we're
gonna
see y'all next
week. Time out. Are you absolutely done? Because you know I will close us out and you have something else to say, and I gotta re-close.
Krista, we coming to Brooklyn, baby. Wait till
I get y'all coming to Brooklyn next week, but I have to make sure that P is absolutely done. You're done?
I'm done.
Okay. Make sure that you guys join us Juneteenth weekend. Next weekend, June 18th and 19th, we're going to be at Black Wrestle Fest. We're on Podcast Row.
Yes.
There's so much other Juneteenth stuff that's happening. Like I said earlier, I will be going to support my cousins as well, and I'm taking P, Ciendo, and Bakey with me. We're gonna go shop. I'm gonna get some candles because I love.
I feel about my candles now. I need a candle.
We love us some good candles, but we definitely be at Black Wrestle Fest. If you're not doing so, please make sure, in the honor and the spirit of Black Music Month, please make sure that you subscribe to my Patreon at Unapologetically Eclectic. It's only $3 a month. I have some dope interviews, and I'm kicking it off with Black Music Month. But next month, I'm going to have some other stuff going on. I may have some interviews from Essence Fest. We never know what's going to happen, but it's exclusively there. I'm not putting it anywhere else. You have to make sure that you're also following those wrestling girls, because if you're not following us, then what are you doing? Like, are you actually living? Like, what are you doing?
Nope.
Also, please make sure you subscribe to Christina the Baker Contreras Twitch. Make sure you also follow
Twitch.tv/Krista Contreras.
Period. Ciendo's the WAL minority. Anything that we're doing, please make sure you tap in with us. Please make sure you follow us.
Oh, thanks,
please
Rich.
Make sure you are there.
That's
Thank
my dad.
you, Rich. Appreciate you.
Love you,
yes,
Dad.
Keith. We're in Brooklyn. You know, Brooklyn's my
Woo, woo.
hometown. I'm showing everybody around. And if I have to get Brooklyn on y'all know that I will.
Shout out to my best friend Keith, because wherever I
Shout
go,
out
he
to
goes.
Keith. Shout
Yes,
out to
Keith was front row
Shout
at
out
the
to
wrestling
Keith
show.
as, Legends
He was
for
like,
the
this
Jobber
was
Tier show, and he really he showed
Wait,
showed
time out. That's that Keith? That's that Keith?
That's that Keith.
I need to tell you.
Watermelon to you, Keith.
I need to tell you, as I'm telling you right now, Keith, you are very attractive.
He's very single. Yes.
Well, I'm not very single, but I'm gonna give a compliment. A compliment is due because we need to uplift these black kings.
Yo,
Keith, you are very attractive.
Bring him to everything. Keith. You are invited to everything.
Oh, Keith knows.
Everything.
Keith, whenever Keith can come, Keith will show up. Like,
everything.
Trust me, he likes wrestling like us, so he's coming. Like,
so
got about it, honey.
We're gonna make sure we keep you guys posted. Make sure you guys follow us on our Instagrams. You can follow Queen PR on Twitter, Facebook, and Twitter and Instagram at Queen 3_ PR Keith. Don't start your shit. That's Queen 3_ PR. You can follow me on Twitter at Miss_Krista B, and on Instagram is Miss_Krista B_. Please make sure you follow Ciendo as it Relive.
Reload.relive, and on Twitter I'm Reload via Film.
And Bakey.
Relive via Film, sorry.
And Bakey.
Crispa Contreras. I know. CRISPA. So Crispa Contreras, CONTRERAS on Instagram and on Twitch.
Make sure you follow our Twitches, our Twitters, our Instagrams, our Facebooks, our Patreons. Please subscribe. I'm telling you, I have some dope content coming out. If you don't know it, please DM me, unapologetically eclectic. MS_Krista B_. Like I said before, those wrestling girls, we're gonna follow those wrestling girls because those wrestling girls may be taking over Nashville.
We're taking over.
I'm gonna say it again.
Listen.
Wait, no. I'm gonna say it again for P to comprehend, for P to understand and catch on. Those wrestling girls may be taking over Nashville. And on that note, it's your girl Krista B
and Queen PR.
And we are out of here. Thank you for joining on Thirsty Thursday.
Thank you. I love you. Love everyone. Thank you for joining.
Love you guys.
See y'all next weekend.
See y'all next weekend.
Be there.